dominated today.
Yeah, what are you talking
Yeah, right,
about?
guys? Shut up.
I think I know the level of my team. All right.
Dang it.
I don't know.
Dang it.
It's good to see you guys. I'm sad we missed last week.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's
No,
all
no,
right.
no. It's all right, Toad.
Shit happens,
Yeah.
You're good,
Yeah.
All right.
I'm excited. Let's do this.
All right. So we begin with the recap. Previously, dun dun.
Oh,
The
that
group,
boy.
the group of adventurers, now affectionately named the Heroes of Grothgar, began the last session with the summons from Aquilin, the Forest Guardian. Not long after the summons were delivered, the group began to drink and eat heavily, both in celebration of their victory over the corruption afflicting the forest, but also in stress of the overall climate of Grothgar. Though seemingly happy with their situation, the Wood Elves of Grothgar have been ruled by the Iron Fist of Aquilin, their guardian. The group learns from one of their own, Ed Helen, the situation, that the folk are forbidden from ever leaving, and that Aquilin is not above making the people suffer in order to strengthen his hold over them, such as it was with the Great Drought a century past to bring masses back in line. The group didn't let the situation hang so heavy, however, as the group enjoyed some conversation with one another, building friendships and learning of each other. The group eventually met Eldar, Ed Helen's father, who found the scaled folk of the group the most curious.
Baby.
The following day, the group set out north to the lair of Aquilin, known as the Lonely Mountain. Once coming to the Great Plains, they came across a mob of centaurs led by the one called Daisy Cutter. With their aid, the group made quick timing across the plains to the foot of the Lonely Mountain. The centaurs just as devoted to Aquilin as the elves within the forest. What followed once they ascended to the mountain was a very trying exchange, one that almost shattered the mind of Jorn after resisting against a charm spell conjured by Aquilin himself, a price paid for refusing Aquilin the sight of the purity orb of Eden. An outburst from Dark Horse briefly rendered the playing field even before Jorn and Dark Horse took their leave of the chamber. After their leave, Ed Helen learned from Aquilin his desire to give up the role of Forest Guardian, warning that his energies were waning after the suffering of the corruption. To do this, however, he would need a golden totem, an artifact that a merchant lord in Mortisine, as Aquilin would know it as Morris. There, a merchant lord named Aaron Alar would know the location of the golden totem, or perhaps some merchant of great renown in the city, if the city itself still remained. He also urged her to finish purging the corruption from Shala, and to continue growing stronger. The group took their leave of the mountain, and we resume at the foot of the Lonely Mountain.
We should get back to the village and get Joran to a healer.
Well, you think so? Is there anyone in your village that might be able to do better than what even myself could do? I have even tried to ask Torm for assistance.
Yes, we have very skilled healers back at the village, and the spell that he cast on you, I fear, is going to only get worse until we get you properly restored.
Dark Horse, who has taken a moment to smoke a pipe, staring off into the distance, would chime up, saying that hurting a healer is a lot like punching a waterfall. They don't really get anywhere. The man tried to heal himself.
Well, even if Ed Helen may be right, that I have taken a lot more than I'm trying to let on. Regardless, I'm going to at least try to heal myself because I know we have some distance to travel, and just in case, I I don't think I'd make it if we got attacked on the road.
Oh yes, of course.
And,
I can heal you as well. I have a healing spell.
well, I'm going to spend 10 minutes and cast my. Sorry, I thought I had a spell card for it. I have to grab my actual.
Yeah, take,
I've tried to have spell cards for everything because it's just quicker, but
yeah. You can't have spell cards for everything just yet.
yeah.
Well, during this time, Akin is just keeping his distance from the group. He's stomped ahead a ways and looking angry again.
Yeah, you see
Uh-oh.
this small kobold standing in front of this sea of tall grass that's almost as tall as him.
Yeah, the scaled ones are really pissed.
I'm going to use healing word, which I don't have my my player's book.
Okay, I can find that up. Healing word, that's pretty basic spell actually.
That's a level 1
Uh,
or 3.
Also, I did not receive experience points for the previous.
No, nobody has quite yet.
Okay. So that's just, we're holding off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Since you're kind of still in the encounter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. Excuse me.
But yeah,
Bless you.
Claire.
Yeah, it should take 10 minutes to cast, and
Well, healing word is a long distance spell similar to cure wounds.
maybe
What level spell is? Are you talking about prayer of healing?
prayer healing. Yeah.
Yes.
No
All right.
prayer.
Because yeah, I figured that's what. Yes, casting time 10 minutes. Up to 6 creatures of your choice that you can see within range regain hit points equal to 2d8 plus your spellcasting modifier. So yeah,
I still have potions. I have one.
so 2d8, and as a cleric of light, you also get another benefit, I'm sure, from casting this. Oh, you know, you're a paladin of life. As a paladin of life, you also get an additional 2 hit points plus the spell's level, so it's an additional 4 hit points since it's a level 2 spell.
Mm.
So I'm sorry, which one am I rolling?
2d8
All right,
plus your wisdom modifier.
gotcha. All right, 4 and another 4, so there's 8.
And an additional 4, yeah. An additional 4 to that because of your Disciple of Life ability.
Okay.
You
So
get
that's
2
12.
plus the spell's level, and the spell is level 2, so you get an
All right.
additional 4 to that.
So that's 12, and then I plus 5 on that will be 17 to my health.
Yes. So you see, for the next 10 minutes, you see Jorn kneel down and begin chanting a prayer to Torm, and from his body, healing energies begin to radiate from his form, and it spreads to all those around him, including that of Akin. And everybody is overcome with this healing energy. Those that require it, I do not believe anybody does except him, but you still
Yeah.
feel the warmth and and devotion that the cleric holds for his god in that one moment.
Mm.
Well, I think that at least has helped for now. I feel better, but I don't know. Maybe the feeling in my head will pass. I don't know, but I say it would be a good idea to get back to your village as quickly as possible, and then we could discuss further on where to go next and what to do next.
Yes. It sounds like a good plan. Is everyone ready to go? I what do I see right now? Where is everyone? I see Akin's like gone off.
Yeah, he's up ahead. I'm assuming Dark Horse is close to the group.
I'm close-ish. Mostly
Okay.
just wherever I can stare off somewhere and not be bothered.
Mhm.
Yeah, Akin is waiting, but sort of impatient.
Mhm. You have a very impatient kobold, uh, very seemingly self-consumed dragonborn, all fish in the group. And Orestos himself, he has no words for it. The giant satyr has his arms crossed before his chest, and he seems deep in thought
Hmm.
after
Um,
the interaction with Aquilin.
yeah, and I'm gonna set off and lead everyone to, because I know the way back. I'm gonna start going that way.
Alright.
And Dark Horse, did you want to send a message with to Linnea?
Come
I
again?
could did you want to send a message to Linnea? I could do that right now while we're.
I'm sorry, I don't remember who Lunea is.
Oh,
It's the halfling proprietor of the Arcana Emporium.
I actually
Okay,
thought.
I apologize.
I thought you
My
actually
bad.
did that
She's
last
the whole reason
session.
you're here, buddy.
My bad.
no, it's okay.
It can happen.
It happens, yeah.
He doesn't seem terribly concerned by it right now. He would knock the tobacco out of his pipe, tuck it away. I'll take care of it. Thank you.
All right.
So the group sets forth.
We do.
Yes.
All right, so you begin setting forth into the sea of long grass, the Gothica forest, a good distance away. It seems like it, unlike before, where you had the speed of the centaurs to help you cross within about an hour's time. On foot, it's going to take a bit longer. Um,
I'm gonna go horse.
all right, so everyone sees Ed Hillen drop down onto all fours and then into a
Oh,
giant warhorse. I do believe
didn't
that's
work out
yeah.
for me last time.
Yeah.
Well, you have to understand that Helen likes to just transform at will, sometimes even while you're still riding.
So who's hopping on?
I guess I'm gonna mount up.
Well,
Alright.
I can either get on the horse or be left behind, so I'm getting on the horse.
And Aachen.
Of course, he's hesitant to mount up, but he mounts up as well.
All right, roll an acrobatics check or athletics.
I got a 13 with plus. Where's my stat?
You can choose athletics or acrobatics depending on how you're wanting to get up.
13 plus 4. I got 17.
17. Okay. Unlike last time, you managed to definitely clamber up at Helen's leg and take your usual perch at the base of her neck, clutching onto her mane. And Orestos, he refuses to mount up as well, which would be quite difficult considering his own size. You begin galloping forth across the flatlands. As you do so, you see herds of what look to be buffalo grazing off to the distance to the west. The herd of buffalo seemingly shepherded by a group of centaur folk that haven't taken notice of the group or aren't paying much heed to you as they tend to their duties. The trip across the plains is peaceful. There's a soft breeze that sends the sea of long grass rippling around you. And they're safe for the wind and your own breathing. There's barely any sounds to be heard. Not unnatural, just what comes with the flatlands. And it's strangely tranquil. Very peaceful. A good bit of respite after what had just been dealt with moments before. Halfway across the flatlands, what's your passive perception, Jorn?
It is 15.
You hear the flapping of wings, small.
Oh.
and you turn your head and you look over your shoulder and you see the white raven of Aquilin descending from the Lonely Mountain.
Ah, crap.
What now?
It doesn't seem to be aggressive. It's simply gliding, following alongside Edhillen at first, before taking perch on Jorn's shoulder.
Alright.
Akin hisses at it immediately.
I'm trying not to shoot it with a lightning bolt.
The
I'm
raven
just
takes a
flying.
mo- the raven takes a moment, inspects Jorn, before turning his head and pecking at his head. One quick peck, stealing a lock of hair, before flying
Great.
away.
Oh, Christ.
Well, there's no way that was good.
I'm going to.
You would like Akin to shoot it, maybe?
Well,
we're
he's
galloping
flying.
ahead. I'm galloping.
Yeah, that's the thing. Right now, he's far out of range by this
Right.
point because he's flying away, and you've got a warhorse galloping at full speed in the opposite direction.
I didn't see any of this.
I
but-
Really hate that.
I'm just gonna look at Akin, even though it's clearly out of sight at this point. As interesting as that might be, I think it's gone now. So
Eh?
we'll just see what that becomes of.
I
Yeah.
don't have the vernacular to describe how much I hate that.
No. Well, I'm getting there. Slowly. that sure didn't help any.
Takes a deep breath, exhales nice and slow, just shuts the fuck up.
All right. Save for that. After that, you continue on. Luckily, with Edhelen's speed, she's not as fast as a centaur, but she manages to keep up managed to put her own paces through. About 2 hours pass before you come to the bridge over the river that seems to be stemming from the Lonely Mountain. You cross over the bridge. You descend further south. Now you're surrounded by the rich oaks of the Grothgar forest, which are looking healthier with every passing day, ever since the corruption was lifted. You continue on, and it's not long before you come to the northern watch post. The large stair spiraling up the massive tree. Do you ascend?
Yep.
All right. So, do you give the group time to dismount before you
Yeah.
shapeshift?
Thanks.
Oh shoot.
I like that. Yeah.
Where is I have every dice but my D20 in front of me. I thought I had that.
Oh, that's a very important dice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some might say it's the most.
Yes.
Give me just a second to find that. I'm also gonna grab my my player's handbook too while I'm at it.
Sure thing.
So
Are you recording, by the way?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, my music's up. Exposition music.
Yeah.
I was wondering why I was so quiet all of a sudden. I forgot to put it on loop.
Mm-hmm.
Man, y'all are noisy.
All right. My player handbook is actually in my car. I'm just gonna leave it there, and I'm just gonna open up another browser and just use it from there because
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not running out to there. But I got my dice, so
Okay, good.
That's
Alright.
good.
So you come to the watch point and begin ascending the stairs. It's another tiring ascension, especially since most are probably still sore from the horse ride.
Mm-hmm.
You clamber up. Um, there doesn't seem to be any commotion. As you rise up, what do you all wish to do now? Now that you're back within the Grothgar village,
I'm gonna usher the group to the healing tree.
to the Blessed Tree.
Blessed tree.
Yes. So, um, those that heed her ushering,
I definitely I'm needing of healing, so I'll be the first to
I think
follow.
I'll help Nora.
Yeah, I'll be the first to follow Ed Holland to the healing tree.
I think Akin is actually going to head to the tavern instead.
Restos will be following into. After that, he definitely needs a drink.
Mm-hmm.
So, at Helen, Jorn, and Dark Horse, you make your way to the Blessed Tree. This tree with a very unique, inverted, this almost diamond-shaped, uh, pyramid. Almost, I'm trying to figure out how I explained it before. There are 3 levels that ascend, one smaller than the other as it rises above, and this pattern is inverted as it descends below the central platform. So there are in total 6 levels.
Mm-hmm.
Ed Helen, you take them to the ground level where you enter this vast room where there is makeshift cots and beds, of which quite a few are occupied by leaf stalkers and gatherers that had been attacked during the corruption.
Mm.
Though there aren't as many as were before, there are still a good portion of the leaf stalkers within. About 6 people or 6 elves are lying upon their cots within, though there's a total of 20 available.
Okay.
You see several of the village healers, most of them younger than yourself and still learning the ways of healing, but guiding them is both your father, Eldar, and
Mhm.
Olisal, who are attending to the wounded, administering their healing energies to those that are more severe.
Mm-hmm.
Though it seems nobody within the healing ward, as it's called, is in critical condition. It's more people just recovering slowly but surely.
Yeah. I get my father, and Elisel.
The
Um.
both are quick to your beckonings, and they approach. And Olisal is the first to take notice of Jorn's seemingly expression of discomfort, and she looks with concern. Eldar, however, is immediately embracing you once more,
Oh.
hugging you tight. It's like, oh, I'm so worried.
I'm all right, Father.
Oh, I wonder why.
He releases you and looks upon the group. Olisal is the one to look to everyone. Is everything all right? She asks.
Joran had some trouble earlier. Do you mind checking him and healing him? Joran, what exactly did you feel? I didn't quite know.
Well, I would describe it as I was almost forced against my will to do something. Like something was in my head, peering around and trying to take away my free will. It's kind of I feel like it's done damage for sure, and my head hurts really bad, and I think it's getting worse if I don't at least try to attempt to figure out what it is and how it's working.
Mm.
So I don't
As
know.
you- As you describe it, she doesn't appear perturbed or even disturbed. She actually looks upon you with knowing eyes. She says, I would urge you to fulfill the command, human. You are not the first to suffer from such a spell, and you will not be the last.
Maybe
He
that's
couldn't, Alisal.
Yeah, that doesn't
But
really.
Alaquilin was asking. I wouldn't have allowed him to do it myself.
Well, it is a curse. One that will make you suffer, day by day, until you have fulfilled the requests made by Aquanet. Whatever
Isn't-
it is that he told you to do, I will not inquire, unless you wish to say it. But I doubt you yourself wish to return to the Lonely Mountain simply to fulfill this task, yes?
No. That, unfortunately, is something I cannot do. If I am to live with this curse, I mean, that would not be particularly enjoyable.
No, is there
I-
another way, Alisal?
His
At
magics
home.
have ever been beyond my own ability to mend, except for the damage. I myself know not how to heal this. Maybe someone beyond Grothkar does, but I do not. You need not tell me the specifics, but what kind of action did he command you to do? Does he wish you no longer to be within Grothkar? Has he given you a charge? What is it that he told you to do? You need not.
No, I don't have a problem telling you because, you know, he wanted to take an item from me that is of utmost importance for the whole entire, well, the whole world, really, that is being affected by the Blight. Like I said, my god, Torm, will protect me, and even if I suffer or even fall to whatever this is, the item will be safe, and that's worth more than just giving it up to him.
I see.
That'd be a moment of weakness on my part if I did.
Well, I guess the tales weren't false when they said that humans were foolhardy, but that is
I'm sorry.
commendable. That is.
I shut up. Dark Horse shut up.
Go on, Dark Horse. If you want to say something, say it. I think we're all speaking our minds here. I don't think this time anyone's going to do something horrible against someone who speaks their mind.
I don't know what good it would do.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know what I could say to make you all see what's happening here, but it's obvious that there has been a mass induction, a mass hypnosis, some type of we're okay with this spell bullshit. I don't know. But this is the most infuriating thing I've ever witnessed. This entire village of beautiful, smart, intelligent magic weavers and healers subjugated by a man who is torturing a priest, a paladin, because he didn't get to see a toy. This is the most childish thing I've ever seen. And that's really all I have to say. That's all I'll have to say about it.
I have something else to say, but would we be able to gather the other elders and speak privately?
Yeah, Elisal seems curious by this. She doesn't seem too distraught by Dark Horse. She once again nods knowingly, as if she's heard something similar in the past.
Of course she has.
By everyone.
Everyone. And she looks to you, Edhelen, with curiosity in her eyes. Like, okay, I'm certain that I can arrange that. What time would you wish to convene?
As soon as possible. But are you sure there's nothing we can do with a curse? There's no sort of curing spell for it?
Actually, I have a question. I don't mean to interrupt, but it's pertinent to the
Oh.
question.
No, go ahead.
Jarvis, as a merchant, have I come across or heard of any type of curse breaker?
Make an Arcana check.
Right. Sweet. I have an Arcana skill. My proficiency's 3 now. Yeah. So that's 22.
Nice.
22. Let me see here. Give me a moment. There's something specific I'm looking up here. See if that is something you might have heard of. Despite your experience in the field of arcane, you can't quite recall any specific artifact or common item that is accessible to you that would break a curse.
Maybe
What you do know is that the duty of lifting curses is often in the specialization of the clerics. That is all you can garner from curse-related ordeals.
He seems to be in thought for a moment before he speaks. He says, I seem to remember priests being particularly good at curse removal. Is there a temple nearby?
Eliasal herself shakes her head. We have not given prayer to the old gods for some time. What temple there was, you yourselves came across during your task to purify the corruption. The only ones that I believe would have priests of any sort would possibly be your humans outside of Grothgar.
That is correct. Dark Horse, in a little while I'd like to talk to you.
I'd like to talk to you too.
Yeah. We'll talk further. Just the two.
Well, actually, I believe that
I don't.
Alan wants to speak to them.
Yeah. Well.
For now,
Well, all of, well, yes, just whichever you want to do.
It will take me some time to gather the elders. Brovin is very difficult to get in contact with during this time of day. As the day begins to draw to its close, he is making sure that the perimeter is still intact. He likes being very active in his role as leader of the Leafstalkers. And Altair, she will be quite occupied with ensuring that everyone's duties have been fulfilled. So it will take me time, so please discuss what you need to discuss beforehand. The elders will only have a small window of time before they must return to their duties, myself included.
Well, I may not be good at curse removal, but I'm sure a belly full of beer might ease the pain a bit, Joel.
She does. Alisal does bid her farewell and slips out to begin gathering the elders. Eldar himself, however, approaches you, Jorn, and with his eyes closed and an expression of concentration, he rests his hands upon you and begins channeling a healing spell.
Oh.
You receive 10 points of additional healing.
Nice. Right.
And he retracts his hands and he folds them before him. And he gives a expression of sympathy as he's seen others suffer quite often under the hands of Aquilin, and he need not even say so. With that, he looks to you at Helen and says, "Is there anything else you require, my dear?"
No, I think I'm alright, Father. Thank you. She speaks in Elvish.
All right, but I must return to my duties. As much as I wish to speak with you further, but our people have been suffering, and I wish to alleviate them of the suffering as swiftly as I can. He speaks in Elvish. He speaks in Elvish. He's not so eloquent in common.
Yeah. She nods and hugs him and lets him go on with his duties.
And with that, what does the group do now? Well, real quick, Akin, what are you doing currently?
Akin went to wherever the tavern was, and he went straight to drinking.
Yeah.
Didn't even talk to anybody, just laid down. I'm going to say he laid down 2 gold coins and just started drinking.
Alithon scoops up the 2 gold coins with bright eyes, like, "Ooh, so this is the kind of stuff that they trade out there. Oh, most interesting. You know, you didn't." He stops himself. Never mind. You enjoy that wine. And he pockets the gold. Arestos himself grabs himself a pitcher and sits next to that kobold and just shakes his horned head. Having a tough time with this too, huh, little one?
Akin just grumbles and hisses a little as he drinks and just...
And he just grunts and grumbles.
I love Rocket so much.
You too.
So that's what they're doing. It's raining.
Yeah, it's raining pretty hard up there.
Usually I can hear it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's raining in your part of Johnson City and not mine.
Yeah. You can hear us fine over it, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
All right,
good.
so Ed Helen, Dark Horse, Jorn, what do you do now?
I would like to take Dark Horse aside and have a conversation with him.
Well, in that case, I'm going to move Joran's arm over my shoulders, walk him down the stairs, because I'm wanting to get drunk. So I will walk him to the tavern and we can talk, and I will ask Ed Helen politely, if you don't mind, we go ahead a bit. I think Joran wants to speak to me.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Yeah. She goes on ahead.
I do want to point out, Dark Horse seems particularly careful with how he's wording what he has to say. It seems as if he is being very restrained, self-policed, if you will. But he will walk Joran down the long flight of steps towards wherever the alcohol is.
You'll be crossing the various bridges, but yes.
Okay.
You'll have plenty of time to discuss what you need to.
All right.
What is it, Joran?
I look over at him and I say, Dark Horse.
Joran.
I wasn't always a cleric at Torm. I used to be a soldier. And as my time as a soldier, many things happened in my land, whether it was wars between the 3 clans that would constantly fight, or even something like a blight that had came over. There was a rumor that there was a death knight that was ravaging the land, and well, as a young soldier, a certain paladin had arrived in the area and was looking for strong, able-bodied men to help him take out this evil force that had appeared, and I went with him. Like I said, this was long before I was a servant of Torm. I was not a cleric at the time, and well, I learned a lot from this paladin, and we eventually found the Death Knight, and through help from Torm, were able to defeat it. And like I say, the paladin noticed something in me long before I even knew it, that I had kind of received Torm's blessing, and he worked through me. The reason why I'm telling you all this is because there are other clerics and there are other magic users that have more power than I do that may be able to help me. If this is truly the case, that I am somehow cursed. But I want to ask you something, and I don't know why I'm gonna do this, but I feel that this might be the best hope for the land. Something is guiding me to make this decision, and I pull out the purity orb of Eridan, and I hand it to Dark Horse.
Oh.
And I say, I don't want to put this responsibility on you, Dark Horse, but I worry that my curse may, in fact, cloud my judgment. And I feel that right now the safest hands may be yours. No one is to know about this. It is for you to take care of, and hopefully I can get healed, and I'll take back the responsibility then.
I will stop on the bridge. I will take the orb and look at it.
It is about the size of a basketball. It is dominantly made of a strange white wood, very unique, and it is also covered in gold engravings of trees, with its roots interconnected with vines and other forms of plant life. And it seems dormant right now. Last you saw it, it was spinning about, hovering and humming. Right now, it appears to be just this orb of wood, and the only thing that separates the white wood is the center divide, which is this dark, almost jet black portion of the wood.
He would stare at it for a moment. He says, I've been wondering what evil feels like.
Oh.
Like,
Okay.
And he slowly takes back the artifact.
Get me out of here. And he says, I've been wondering what evil feels like, and that everybody I've met, all of you, you have magnificent stories of where you came from and who you are and how you became to be. I don't remember anything. I don't know where I came from. I don't know what my name is. I don't know who my parents were. I don't know why I'm mystical. And I don't know why my master decided not to kill me and take whatever I had. The things I've been thinking lately, I don't know if they are evil or reactionary. But this responsibility isn't something I'll take lightly.
Thank you, Dark Horse. I reach my hand out and kind of give him an embrace. And I say, I know it seems like I have found an unlikely ally in all this. And for that, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, Jordan, no matter what happens here. I just, I don't know what will become of me. But whatever happens of me, I'll keep this safe.
Well, thank you, my friend.
Can we go get drunk?
I think that's a good idea.
Yes, please.
All right. So during that, Adhelin, you managed to go ahead quite a bit.
Oh, can I get a bird and send a message?
Certainly, there's plenty of avians about flittering to and fro.
Hmm.
One little blue jay begins fluttering over to you and perches on your shoulder at your beckoning and chirps a song to you.
You're off key. No practice.
Whoa, that's some crazy lightning there for a second.
Ooh, shit.
My window just like flashed like bright, like blue.
I thought that was like a fucking flashlight outside my door.
I hope nobody's power gets knocked out.
I know that would suck.
That would, yeah. So yeah,
No.
Let us continue.
sorry for being. Oh shit!
Oh shit!
No, like the thunder here, like just rumbled my room, which is weird.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
so that means the storms are right on top of you.
Yep.
Yeah, it's probably coming our way too then.
All right.
Mhm.
Anyways,
But anyways, Adhelin, what are you doing?
She's going to send a message to Aquilin.
Oh,
She's going to say something like, the man you charmed is our healer, and for my survival and the rest of the group, for me to be able to come back to the forest, I need him healthy, and would it be possible for you to lift the charm that you have over him? I'll do anything, please. Just anything you ask of me. And I know that's more than 25 words. But
make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
disadvantage? Oh, shit.
He's an angry man.
Whilst I remember,
She's also talking through a bird.
True.
whilst I remember, I do have a question to ask the innkeeper once we get there.
So 2. So modifier plus.
How did you ran?
Oh, my persuasion was higher. No, it's perception. Okay.
I just realized if the power goes out, my room is a tripping hazard.
Oh boy.
Crap.
Okay.
I hope you've got flashlight or candles.
No.
Mm,
We flopping back.
so I got a 17 and a 13?
So you take 13.
13.
All right, and the bird flutters away.
But I said I'd do anything.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Okay.
So with that, Dark Horse, you wanted to ask the innkeeper something?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So Alethon is there, standing not too far away from Orestos and Akin, just making sure they're tended to, but not interacting with them. They seem to be consumed with themselves at the moment.
Yeah, by now Akin's already got a bit of a belly full of ale and is just kind of stabbing and carving at the table with one of his small daggers.
Oh, actually, now that you mention
Yes.
that.
He's angry, and he's going to do it, so yeah, whatever, punish me.
The moment Akin starts carving into the wood, Alethon stands across from him. Now, my little friend, that's not showing good, and that's not showing respect for your host, now is it? This is wood I carved myself.
And I can get your money.
He takes the two coins and slaps them right in there in front of you. If the cost of my creation is the price of 2 gold, then I'll give you your gold back.
And Akin takes it.
And Alethon remains there for a time, making sure he doesn't resume carving.
After I ease Joran into a seat, I'll go, give me just 1 second, my friend.
you're fine.
Alethon, was it?
Yes, Alethon, proprietor of the Talroon.
May I speak to you over there?
Oh, certainly. I've been quite eager for some conversation. Couldn't
Very
find
good.
it amongst those two. And he walks around the counter, though he does mutter something in Elvish to one of the maidens and gestures towards Aachen. And walks off with you.
Let me be the first to apologize for my friend. He and I have both suffered grave. How should I put this? We're pissed. So, that being said, I very much apologize. Now, he leans in close. I have 2 questions for you. The first one being, I need to send a message outside of these woods, and I need to send it very secretively.
You're telling somebody that's been trapped within these woods for the last 300 years.
You have no knowledge of how to get any knowledge outside of these woods.
Save for Ed Helen. Nobody else has
Really?
been...
She's the only one who can do that bird thing?
She's the only one that's been instructed by the only druid that we know.
Well, crap. Okay.
I'm sorry, but that is
Oh, no. It's fine. I'm just flabbergasted. The only one. There's one. There's okay. All right. No, I get it. That's weird, but whatever. The second being, I understand we've spoken a little bit earlier about mystical artifacts and perhaps people who sell them here, and you said there wasn't any, and I said yes, blah, 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 all that crap. But I need to ask you one more time with a bit of fervor. Things have arisen. Problems have come up. I need to send a message out, and if that's not something I can do right now, I'm looking for things that assist my sorcery. Now, I'm a very skilled man with many talents, and right now I'm stuck here. Not that I'm not very much entertained by you and your bar and everything you have to offer. A very lovely establishment, by the way. However, that does not negate the fact that I can't leave right now. Is there anything around here that anyone might be able to trade anything that could assist me with my sorcery?
To my awareness, no. Your magic is very unique.
Yes.
And the only one that is willing to do any trading whatsoever is Govin the Giving.
Well, that's a promising name.
Though he is primarily a quartermaster, as you would call it.
Ah, I see. Well, thank you very much, my friend. I'm sorry to have bothered you for so long. Could you get my priest friend, my paladin friend over there, very drunk?
Oh, certainly. That's just what I do.
Appreciate you.
And
I like
with that, he gives a smile and wanders off. Don't forget to enjoy a good picture yourself.
I will not. I don't think I can.
And with that, the moment he returns to the counter, he pours a very tall wooden cup full with the wine that is currently available at the Talrun Tavern.
The moment he sits down, he says, "Did you know Ed Helen's the only one who can do that bird thing? The only one. There's one."
She's probably the only one that can do that horse thing, too. Just gonna throw that out there.
It's just what there's a whole village of these people and one person. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's just I'm unused to being in a place that doesn't have mail. Her to send a message.
So, you're at the tavern. You're enjoying your drinks. Is there anything else being done?
Not on my end.
Ed Helen's waiting for the bird to come back, or like a reply, so she doesn't go to the tavern yet. She's kind of just
You
like,
get the impression it took a bit for the last bird to, even the raven of Aquilin to return. So you've got some time.
Okay, I'll head to the tavern. But when I feel like it's like the bird's coming, I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
And I guess I'm getting drunk, even though that is a horrible idea. But all right.
The alcohol does seem to relieve some tension in your mind.
Oh man,
Still,
I-
feel
I also
the fingers.
imagine I'm more receptive to being charmed when you have no inhibitions.
You do still feel like the faint fingers grasping your mind, as if Aquilin's hands themselves are holding your brain and digging their fingers in. The sensation relieves itself somewhat, but as that sensation relieves itself, you do seem to hear the faint echo in the back of your mind. The words of Aquilin's command: "Show me the artifact."
Show me what you got.
Though the more you drink steadily, that voice begins to weaken and silence itself.
You just see Joran reaching around in his like bag in his pocket to like pull out the artifact to show someone. You know, it's like, oh, that's right. Alright. Well, I'm really drunk, and I'm gonna hit the counter with my face.
Yeah,
Okay.
face plant
And Helen rubs his back.
through his chainmail. Yes.
Yeah.
Helen,
Oh, yes.
I am going to need you to send a message.
I'm sorry. What? Send.
A message for me. I need you to send me one.
Oh, yes. Wait. Can I bring a bird and someone else can talk to it, or it has to be me?
I do believe that has to be you, because you're the
Oh.
only one that
I
can
can write it down, it's fine.
technically communicate with the animals.
Okay. Okay.
I will get a piece of paper and a parchment writing thing out. And I will write, job is done, need sorcery supplements. Let's see, what else? Any word on curse removal items. Respond post haste. Darkness.
Okay.
Just one moment, just reading up.
2 level 2 spots. Okay, yep. I still have 2. I still have 1 left.
Well, I do believe you're a ritual caster as well. Let me double check that. If you're a ritual caster, then that just... You are indeed a ritual caster, so that's a ritual, so that doesn't take any slots.
What?
So long as you take the time to... Well, it's a ritual. You have to take a moment to actually do it, but it's about like a 10-minute ritual, but that's fine. What was the message?
Telling Luann that the job's done.
Looking for sorcery supplements.
Sorcery
aka
supplement.
Charisma pluses.
Yeah.
Any word, any news on curse removal items, respond post haste. Darkness.
Yep. That.
All right. So you managed to squeeze that into 25 words and send it off. And it sings its song as it continues on. It's another blue jay. That the first one flitted off to the north. This one is flaring off to the northeast.
Mm-hmm.
Very accommodating birds. You're the only one who could do that bird thing, huh?
Yes, I am.
Only one. Sorry. I keep
And Helen, you've learned yourself that Aquilin has been very strict on those who have learned the magical arts.
Of course.
The same. There was one time I disobeyed him. She's kind of quiet this whole time. I remember one time disobeying him. I thought I had a handle on how I talked to him, and I was ignorant. He was training me in the druidic arts, and I believe I got frustrated. I tried to leave, and he did the same charm on me, and that was the last time I disobeyed him. And kind of looks up at all of them. She says, kind of hushly, he wants, when we cure the rest of the lands from the Blight, he wants me to be the next Forest Guardian.
Spit take. I'm
It
so sorry.
splashes on the head of Helen and she doesn't move. I'm kidding. Oh.
Aachen
Next Forest
just,
Guardian.
Aachen just sort of hisses.
Jordan wakes up. Like, what? What's
So-
going on?
He's relinquishing his power to you.
He wants me to get stronger, and he said he's taught me what he knows, and I was going to go to Malphaeus. He was a druid that we met in the Emerald Wilds. She nods to Orestes because he knows him.
I also remember meeting him. Yeah.
When I get stronger and when the Blight is cured, yes, I suppose that's my next duty.
And she doesn't look happy at all at this. But yeah, you could tell that she's not. It's not like I'm gonna be the next guardian, yay, kind of thing.
So that's not really saying you're going to be ruling your people. It seems a little different than that, isn't it?
I'm
Aquilan
not
would
going.
still have control over you. Am I understanding that correctly?
She kind of whispers, he is getting weaker.
Oh no.
I think his time is coming close, which is why he wants me to take over. And I won't.
From what I've experienced from Aquilan, I don't think he's getting weaker.
Dark Horse is
I don't know what he was like before.
That would have killed you if he was at his full strength.
Dark Horse is kind of gonna low key, low five Aachen behind his back, like slip me some, man. That's good news.
But if he gets,
Do you know
but if-
what was up with his eye, Ed Helen? I don't mean to ask and be rude, but
Oh.
that was something I noticed.
he said that it was because his
I
connection
assume I
with the
noticed,
forest
by
is
the way.
quite.
I don't know
Oh,
how
yeah,
close
yeah.
he was in proximity to me.
You certainly would have noticed
Okay.
that one of his eyes is just a pure black pit.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure he was close enough.
Mm.
All right. Continue on. Sorry.
He has a connection to the forest that is quite deep, and I believe because of the blight he was injured or definitely weakened. I don't know what else it did. Perhaps he's corrupted more than he already is. So please don't give the orb as strongly as the command is. We will find a way to cure it. I don't know if he's corrupted himself, and that's why I want to. We should clear the blight as quickly as we
I
can.
agree.
Well, I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm not entirely sure this is. Well, I'm not entirely sure that I have been commissioned to stay through the entire ordeal. Unfortunately, I have a store to get back to.
That's true.
Oh,
Well, we should talk about where we are going next. Ed Helen, you said you have something he commissioned you for. I don't know. I have one, a task to remove the blight, but I don't know if I will make it if I don't seek some kind of help to remove this curse.
Can I make a check to see if I know of any priesthoods, clergies?
You don't need to make a check. You don't know too much of Shala in terms of its religious communities.
Mhm.
But, you know what, I will say make a religion check. Just go ahead.
Do I have religion? Nope. Bam. Well, I got a 7.
7? No, you have no idea what the...
God are good.
Yeah, you've met one priest of a cleric within the Emerald Wilds, Geltz, the old man, who aided you and Grudok.
Yeah.
I miss Grudok.
I actually looked at the group. Shoot, I forgot her name.
Cathra.
Cathra. Yeah.
Yeah. Cathra Brudok.
Yeah, I actually look at the group and say, I did promise that once we returned here, we would help remove the rest of the blight. And I said that to Cathra, and she also is a cleric, so she might be able to point me in the right direction.
I also know of a cleric from the Emerald Wilds. Would that be passing? Something on the way?
Last time you saw Geltz was in Valenfort. That's where you had parted ways.
And that's a ways away.
That is where you came from.
Yeah, and that's probably that's our closest bet right now. I have a few ideas if that didn't work, but that is literally the closest I think we have hope for.
Well, I think our first course of business should be getting this out of Jordan's head.
Oh, yes. Of
And
course.
as the group is talking about what to do next, Akin is going to speak up somewhat drunkenly and angrily and just say,
Akin wants to go home.
Where's home?
Akin's home is far to the south.
Where? What's it called?
and he just kind of growls and hisses a little bit to himself.
None of you would know it.
Fair. Well, would you be willing to go home perhaps after we remove Joran's curse, or is this something you feel like you need to do immediately?
Akin needs to go home now.
Oh.
Tribe is not safe.
Oh. All right. Well, crap. Is there any large city between the far south and where we are?
You would know this. You'd be somewhat familiar with the map, Dark Horse, since you did wander. Originally, when you were setting out from the eastern port city of Uri, you were going to head to the central city, trade city of Morris, before heading north to Valenfort. Before you decided to cut through the forestation with Grudoktor and take a shortcut.
Okay, so there is a large city between us and the far south.
Yeah.
Okay, Akin, why isn't your village safe?
Akin hesitates this time, and he sort of looks at Helen and hisses again.
Well, you've helped me, and I think we should help Akin the same way. His village might not be safe in the same way mine isn't. If the blight affected our village quite a bit, I don't know how bad it is down in the south.
Well, I'm not the leader here. I am simply hired help. I do advocate that we get Joran fixed, but perhaps we can head south while we do that.
Jorn kind of sighs and says, yes, that's probably the best. I mean, what kind of cleric would I be if I didn't fully serve the god of self-sacrifice, Torm?
Well, be a cleric with a curse.
Well, yes, but I shouldn't put myself before others, so we will go to Aaken's people, and we will make sure they are safe.
If you want us to come with you,
Aaken will go whether you come or not.
that's very fair. So I suppose this is where we make a decision.
Well, yes, we should find someone that could heal curses. Along the way.
Well, there's a very large trade city on the way. I'm sure we'll find somebody there. The Emerald Wilds nearby has a cleric I've heard of, and I have a friend in the city named Gorak Tor. I'm sure he knows someone.
Oh,
But
Whom you also last saw in Valenfort.
yeah, well, so that's one.
Yeah. Valenfort is to the north. As you leave Grothgar, once you leave Grothgar, you're heading eastward, and there's the massive highway that branches Valenfort to the north, and then Morris, the trade city, further south.
Okay.
Just as a picture of how the map is.
Well, I would like to point out that we don't really have another objective. I'm simply waiting for word from Linnea. Until then, I will follow you. Do we say goodbye to Aaken, or do we go with him?
I'm just
Aaken,
thinking
what-
of from a player's perspective. I'm
Yeah.
just trying not to split the party for something.
yeah.
Do
Yeah,
whatever feels
Okay.
natural.
Yeah, do what feels right for your characters, by all means.
Well,
Aaken, what exactly is happening in your village? We haven't asked you exactly.
He hesitantly hisses and grumbles again, sort of averts his eyes.
Aaken does not know yet.
you're afraid for your village because of a danger you don't know of yet?
It is only rumors, perhaps.
Oh, I love rumors. I want to go with Aaken.
all right. Well,
Was the blight affecting your village? From what you remember when you left?
Aaken does not know. Aaken does not think so. Not Blight, no.
Oh, the What are the rumors, Aaken? You can tell us. We've come this far together. Or if you'd like, just tell one of us.
Aaken will go if you come or not.
If it's important to you, then it's important to me. But also we need to heal Joran.
well,
So we can go south, and like you said, we can look for a cleric along the way. We have to get to a certain point. If we can't find it, if we can't find a cleric or a healer of curses within that southern city you spoke of, Dark Horse, then some of the group should go looking, and the other should continue on to Aaken's village.
well.
And if that's the case,
I don't want. I know how much time can be of the essence, especially when you're looking to save someone. Akin should travel to his village, and he may need help. I'm simply going to meet Cathra, so I don't see any, except for, maybe being attacked by bandits, any real risk to my being on that trip.
I think we had a good game plan. We travel south to the trade city, see what we can find there, and whatever we find, we head to Akin's village.
Yes.
I can almost guarantee you we'll find somebody that can help.
That's not guaranteed though, and
I said almost.
almost. I
Almost.
I think I might put the group at danger too if I travel with you, and we're wrong about that.
John,
Yes.
we're not giving you a choice. You're coming along.
No,
I'm not leaving you here. I'm not leaving you with this thing in your head.
all right.
No, we're not. I agree.
Well.
We're going together or not at all. Or we're going together. We're going together.
After all, I might be able to squeeze a few more gold pieces out of Linnea. Or something magic.
All right. Well,
Would you come with us, Dark Horse, even though you're not paid to?
No. I was paid.
No.
I was paid. I'm sorry, but I wouldn't have come here with a bunch of strangers if I hadn't been paid. But you're not strangers anymore.
Oh.
But let's not mince words here.
well,
He sets his drink down. Ed Helen,
Oh. Yeah.
I find the attitude that you and the rest of your people have exuded towards your leader abhorrent, disgusting, and weak. I don't like it, but it's not my place to judge and carry a judgment. You all live this. You will live it when I'm gone. So, for that, you have my sympathy, and you have whatever help I can lend. That doesn't mean I like this.
I don't,
Care much.
I don't like it either, and when I do become the Guardian, I will run things differently.
Well, between you and me, my dear, I'm not sure I would.
Hello?
You would,
Yes.
you would what?
Run it differently.
Oh,
Brandon, can you hear us?
Yeah, I heard. It sounded like Dark Horse had dropped off.
No, there was
Oh.
just a pause.
Right.
oh, yeah.
See, there are pros and cons to this situation, as there are every situation. For one, the people here are happy, sufficient. The forest is lush and green. Everyone's not hungry. Everyone has a place to sleep. However, the isolationism leads everyone to a bout of xenophobia. And honestly, I'm getting tired of being stared at. Could you look at something else?
The handmaidens turn around and begin walking off.
Jeez. But you cannot deny the fact that as far as forceful diplomacy is concerned, this has proven to be very lucrative, at least in a peaceful front. Would you truly run it differently? Because I can't tell you that I would.
I wouldn't have everyone be terrified of me, and I would have everyone be able to leave freely if they wished. I would be careful about who comes in to the forest, but I will let my people decide whether or not they want to stay or leave, and I won't run everyone with fear. I suppose that's my future. in the lonely mountain.
Do you want it to be?
Well, that's for another time. I don't right now. I don't think I want it, but it's what my people need, and I've always done what my people need.
Maybe that's part of your problem. I don't know. Perhaps one day you should do something you need.
And Akin's going to chime in, kind of interrupting Dark Horse. He's just kind of cut him off, saying,
Hey, let them have their fucking dragon.
Come again?
What?
No, they won't have their dragon, Aken. I want my village to be like yours.
Your village will never be like Akin's. Not if Dragon keeps running the show. Making everyone scared, weak, too afraid to fight.
The man has a point. A dictator is a dictator, no matter what type of garb or name you give it. However, that is not the debate for today. Today, we're getting drunk and we are preparing for a trip south.
Yes.
Akin, I'd like to tell you something. I like you. I like you a lot. You seem like a straightforward, simplistic man who enjoys the finer things in life and the simple things. I hope that you and I can grow close one day, even though you're about as cuddly as a porcupine covered in radioactive syrup. Not that, D&D understands what radioactivity is. Sorry. And he would just give a thumbs up to the guy because I don't want to touch him. So, well, since Joran's nice and hammered, I think I will head him off to bed and head there myself. Maybe even together, who knows?
As Dark Horse makes that last comment, a small orb of light begins to appear right in front of his face, about 6 inches away, and then suddenly, in a small burst of light, a scroll appears. It unfurls of its own will, floats, and sets before him on top of the counter.
Must be from Lumnea. And he puts his glasses on and reads it.
It is indeed from Lumnea, written in her skull, and each of the words glows with an arcane glow. The gist of the message is that she is pleased to hear that the corruption is dealt with in Grothgar, but there is still the matter of the corruption within the Onyx Woods, and she is willing to pay extra if you were to aid them in this. She also gives a report that she is making progress on that job that she originally discussed with you.
All right.
She's very eager to discuss it once this ordeal with the corruption is dealt with.
We have to travel through where I met her to get to Akin's village, correct?
No, that's north. On the subject of curse removal, however, she does say that she and one other within Valenfort has the ability to remove a curse.
Oh! She doesn't know this.
Good news. We have a friend in Valenfort that can get rid of your curse.
Nice.
However, it's to the north. Why don't I travel with Joran to get the curse removed? And I'll meet you.
I can also travel alone if need be.
No.
You could.
I think I worry. What I worry the most is not that I won't get the curse removed. I worry the fact that the raven or whatever bird that was took a lock of my hair, and I feel like the curse is only going to become stronger. I feel that I put all of you at risk at some point.
Joran, I need you to shut up.
Well, tough. You got me drunk, and now I'm gonna talk. That's just
well, yes, that's I'll just talk louder. Listen, I think it would be a good idea for me and you to go to Valenport. We'll speak to my friends in the mystical arts. We'll get your curse removed. And maybe we'll be lucky and they'll know how to teleport us. That can happen. I've seen it. It's cool as shit.
Yes. And then we'll start heading south.
Right, well, we're gonna need to know where we're heading to once we do. Especially,
I'm sorry.
Especially if it's teleporting, location specifics. Otherwise, we might just wander around and never find Akin's village.
Fair. So, Jarvis, were you going to say something?
No. Yeah. Guys, is there anything else you're going to do? Oh, actually, no, not yet. Continue.
Well, why don't we have we'll have Ed Helen send us a bird once they get there. Tell us where they are.
Yes, I know who you are, and I know your faces, and that's all I need to send the bag.
Very good. So,
speaking of birds, Ed Helen, you hear the flutter of wings in the air.
Oh,
crap.
The blue jay returns.
Okay.
And flutters, perches on your shoulder whenever you separate yourself, and it speaks in Aquan's voice.
Creepy.
It says, "The human chose his fate.
Yeah.
And you know what I want you to do. See that it is done." And the blue jay flies off.
Do I hear all this?
Oh,
It
it's in
depends.
Elvish,
Yes,
right?
it's very much Elvish.
No.
Dark Horse goes, look at me. I'm a big bad elf.
Okay. She looks very upset, but let's set off. I think that's the.
Okay.
Get some rest first, though.
Okay. Akin,
Me?
you and Helen and the big man, whose name I continue to forget, Arestos, will be heading to your village. I'm going to be taking Joran up to get his curse removed, and we'll meet you at your village as soon as we can. As soon as we can figure out, as soon as Ed can send us word that where it is.
As Aristos is pointed out, he raises his hand. I'm sorry to say it, but I think I'm returning to the Emerald Wilds.
Oh, don't do that. Could you not do that? Could you do the opposite of that?
No, this forest just showed me how important a guardian is, and
Is that the message you got?
Akin says,
He just wants to go back to his dryads.
Ooh.
The rest of us, my friend.
what few are left. Yeah.
And Dark Horse slides over, hands on his shoulders, rubbing them. My buddy, my pal, my friend. I need to explain something to you. I understand that you have a life to go back to, and I certainly do. I have a life to go back to. However, it seems like we're dealing with a world ender here. And I mean a world ender, including your world. Don't you think maybe perhaps just a tad, sort of, you might want to not do that and be our meat wall for a little while longer?
Wow.
Okay, make a persuasion check.
Oh, I'm good at that. Well, that's not too good. Wait a minute. So it's 10 plus my persuasion plus what else?
That's it, persuasion.
Okay. And it has nothing to do with my charisma score?
Charisma plus your proficiency.
Oh, okay.
Since
So
I do believe, unless persuasion is a skill. Did you take
I do
that as a
have
skill? Okay.
persuasion is a skill.
So is your proficiency plus your charisma modifier?
Okay. So 3 plus 3, 16.
He sighs reluctantly. I doubt it's all that. If it was a world ender, we would be dead, I think. But guess I could leave it behind for a little bit longer.
Good man. Good man. Good man. Give this man a beer.
Yeah, he has a pitcher in hand already.
Get him another beer.
Alethon points out, we don't serve beer, we serve wine.
Wine.
Serve him alcohol.
Oh, great. They serve wine, meaning I'm going to have a massive headache in the morning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, can
He
we
says
just
with a bright
celebrate?
smile.
I just want to celebrate for just 1 second. One of my persuasion rolls worked, so that's awesome. So in that case, I will gingerly take Joran, unless we have more to talk about, and take him off the sleep.
Wait, we do.
The elders.
Wouldn't removing a curse require quite a bit of gold? I'm assuming, perhaps. Maybe we should split, while we're here, we should split the gold that we got from the temple.
Yeah.
Oh yes, because Akin's totally going to give up some of that.
They know me so well.
I have friends. I have very persuasive friends who understand me and know me. I'm sure we can figure it out. Plus, I'm not poor.
Hello?
I'm sure-
You broke up a bit there.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Where we're going, I have friends who know me. I have influence, and I'm not necessarily poor. I'm sure we'll be fine.
Oh, well, if you're sure.
Also, I want to have a player moment. I'm so sorry everyone's splitting up. I don't mean to, but
Yeah, that's cool.
it seems
I
to be
mean,
going that way.
I honestly, like, that's why I said I was trying not to split the party, but it, you know, I mean, Jordan's,
You gotta play your character. You know?
yeah, Jordan's gonna go that way. Just because there's just so much that he would be literally probably putting at risk if he went with the group at this point.
Yeah, but good story, I guess. I mean, unless, of course, Jarvis, unless it's too much, like, should we intervene here and get a little meta and, like,
Nope.
not do that?
Nope.
Okay.
Stick through it.
No, like I'm all for the story. Whatever happens, happens.
Okay, that's cool. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't.
It'll be interesting for me to handle, but I'll handle it.
Okay. Well, there you go.
He's had 2 weeks to prepare, so he might be more he might be more ready for this than you know.
So maybe it'll be quicker than I think it would.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right. So, as the group's beginning to wind down, Ed Helen, you do spot crossing the bridge from the Blessed Tree is Olisal, and as she approaches you, she speaks in Elvish. She's saying, "The elders are not willing to convene just yet, but they are willing to speak with you the following morning if you wish to speak with us before you depart." She seems uncertain as she mentions that.
And Akin grumbles a little bit. He seems.
This
he
is
seems.
an Elvish.
Oh. Okay,
And-
never mind.
Yeah.
Still, though, he seems quite eager to leave.
Mm.
Yeah. Early morning, if we can. She's looking to Akin. She knows he wants to leave. Very early morning. We have to set off very early tomorrow.
We, as
If that's
well,
possible.
I look at it, Helen, we as well are gonna set off early, so in case we don't see you beforehand, well, I just want to thank you for everything and all your help, and we will meet again at, Akin's village, his tribe, and, I just give Ed Helen a hug and say, we'll see you, soon. And I look over at Akin, and I just kind of like, I don't know if I should shake his hand, so I kind of put it down. I'm just like, we'll be there for you, Akin, as well.
We'll meet with you as soon as we know where to meet. The Adventures of Jorin and Dark Horse.
Yeah, does Aachen do anything with Jorn extending his hand?
No, just sort of,
I figured.
just nods.
Jordan
He
nods
doesn't. He
back.
doesn't seem
He's
very
like,
friendly at the moment.
Before walking off, I just remembered something. Dark Horse stops and goes, "Oh, Aachen."
Yeah.
He looks over his shoulder and he says, "You remember when I pulled you up from the ceiling in the crypt? You're awfully heavy for a kobold, aren't you?"
Oof.
He shakes his head.
Aachen does not know what you're talking about.
Oh no, of course you don't know that. It's fine. The only difference between you and me is I don't know what secrets. Have a good night, and I'll see you as soon as I can.
Mm.
All right. So, okay. So who's going to rest now?
guess
I
Jordan
will.
is-
Oh yeah, I will. I'll probably fall asleep in a chair in Jordan's room. I'm fairly concerned about it.
No.
And hopefully I don't kill you in your sleep.
Yeah, why would you go to the dude that has the orb? Okay. That's fine.
All right. So that's fine. So that leaves Edhelen, Aachen, and Arrest.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Aaken's gonna continue drinking a little while longer. Just finish off the bottle he's got, and then I think he'll probably try to sleep. He might try to get his own room, and if they can't give him his own room, he might go sleep outside.
They can. There's plenty of rooms available.
Okay.
The entire second floor is devoted to that for people to sleep off their hangovers, as opposed to wandering home across these bridges drunk.
Yeah.
Yes, because wandering drunk across a bridge is totally a safe idea.
Yeah.
I got spider walk. I'll just fall over to the bottom of it.
Mm.
Also, I have a question. I need to clarify something about roll because I'm a little bit iffy.
Yes.
So I rolled a 10 on my charisma, on my
Yes.
persuasion check. So I have a proficiency of 3, a charisma modifier of 3, and a persuasion skill. How much do I add to that 10?
That's a +6.
So, are you sure? Because I
Yes.
thought having the skill meant I had like a +2 to it.
Yes, you're getting the +3 proficiency.
Oh, okay. And if
Having a skill, having yourself trained in that skill means you get the proficiency bonus.
and if I don't have proficiency,
Then it's just going off the base ability modifier.
okay. All right. Thank you.
Like if you didn't have the persuasion skill, for example, you'd only get the +3 from charisma.
Okay.
So it would have been a 13.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No problem. Arestos is probably the last to go to bed, and he looks at Edhelen long. He speaks in Elvish.
Mhm.
I know the other two weren't there when you spoke to Aquilin. But do you really think of us that way?
Oh, she's kind of surprised. It's the first time she's heard him speak Elvish. She looks at him and kind of, for the first time, like actually cracking a bit of a smile, and she shakes her head. No, of course I don't. I'm used to lying to him. And the things I said there, whatever I said negatively about you, I'm sorry I said them, but...
Well, Edhelen, as far as I know, having wandered, you've always been quite honest. So, None of us, especially the little one, well, it doesn't think that you lie when you do. Maybe you should try and clear the waters. I'm going to be honest when I say those words were what tempted me to leave.
Oh, I'm sorry you had to hear it. And you can look at me right now, look me in the eyes, and you can see that I am telling the truth. That's how I've spoken to him for many years, and I was quite used to it. And never before had I had someone listening other than him. And I'm sorry you had to hear me say those things. Insight check.
You're not trying to deceive him, so
No, yeah,
or
if he is inciting, he's
make a persuasion check.
Oh. But what? She's telling the truth. What does she need to persuade?
You're trying to convince him, though.
Oh. 16 plus 2, 18?
He sighs. Well, before the little one leaves, if you're leaving with him, is that what I garnered? I'm a little bit drunk at the moment. Who's going with whom?
I'm going with Arkin. I don't want him to go by himself.
I guess I'm
Joran,
going with you.
Yes, and when we return, when all this is over, I would like to go to the Emerald Wilds with you to train with Malpheus. So.
Well, maybe this trip will allow you to clear the waters, or the air, whichever that expression is. I get the feeling that you might be one of the few he actually, or had, considered close. And with that, he takes his picture and clops up the stairs to his room.
Is Akin still there, or is...
I think he's gone up to a room of his own
okay.
right now.
Well, Helen's gonna go back to her dad's place.
You find he's not there yet. It's just beginning to be. It's just sunset, and the night sky is starting to take hold.
Can I actually look for Mama?
Ooh.
Make a perception check.
+6. I have really good perception.
And then a nat 1.
12.
A total of 12.
Okay.
You stand outside the blessed tree and you look out to the branches, having that faint hope, and every time you look out, that hope grows ever fainter. You don't see her. You keep hoping that one day you'll look out the branches and you'll see her looking over at you, but today, and as it usually has been in the past, she's not there.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, to Dad's room it is.
Let me play him.
Yeah. And so Eldar eventually to the room, but I assume you're fast asleep by that point.
Yeah.
And he drapes a blanket over you and goes to sleep himself. All right, so now we come to the following morning. Jorn, you hear the words chanting in your head over and over again. Show me the artifact. Show me the artifact. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Crap.
Oh no. Oh.
Oh boy.
I actually rolled a 19, and I have +5 to wisdom, so 24.
Sweet.
24. You continue to hear the command. You wake and you see Dark Horse still slumbering. His belongings still in his person. See the faint outline of the purity orb through his rucksack. What does Jorn do?
Well, do I have a choice in what I can do?
You do. It's just you're feeling like it wouldn't hurt to at least just look at it, right? Make sure it's there.
It has become the One Ring.
I guess what I'm saying is, with that being the case, what do I have to do? Or I guess what I'm saying is, because I would like to stay as far away from it as possible, but I don't know if that's really a choice.
It is still a choice. It's not a heavy charm. You feel there's an incentive to fulfilling the command, but with a strong enough pull, just as you had done before, you can refuse. But the more you resist, the more you feel those fingers in your mind beginning to press.
The reason why I'm asking this is, does Jordan feel it's strong enough that he feels that it's dangerous for him to travel with Dark Horse? Or if that's even an option. Because if it is an option, Jordan might just leave a note saying headed out to Valenfort.
That is up to your interpretation. How would Jordan interpret this?
Well, I mean, if Jordan has any form of control, he would.
Does, yeah.
But if it's that he's, charmed enough that he would have to, feel the need to be near it.
What I gather, if I can make a suggestion, what I gather is that you don't actually feel like you're being forced to do anything. You feel more like you're being encouraged, and when you resist the encouragement, then comes the pain.
Yeah, that's basically it. It's not so strong a charm. It's a charm spell with a very specific purpose.
Yeah.
So, like, in a way, I just, from what I gather, is it's not actually affecting your willpower that much.
Yeah.
It's more like just, if you're not doing what you're told, you get punished.
Yeah. Jordan's used to pain, so that's not...
Okay.
I don't think a problem if that's how you put it.
So you refuse? So he refuses?
Oh, yes.
All right. Jordan, you take.
Oh no! Oh shit!
Oh boy. So many dice.
You take 24 points of psychic damage.
Oh.
As these fingers dig directly into your mind. You hear the echo, foolish rat.
I'm going to kill that man.
God.
Luckily, having done a long rest, you managed to heal yourself beforehand. So, how are you looking right now?
You said how much damage?
24 points of psychic damage.
Alright, that puts me at 15 health.
Oh, all right.
Ouch.
So, that is your morning, Jordan.
Good morning.
So you feel the stinging pain just go from your brain down your spine and throughout the rest of your body. You're literally shooken by the force of the psychic impact, and you feel a bit of blood trickling down your nose.
All right.
Does Jordan react to this at all?
I mean, as much as, he would. I mean, as far as, excruciating pain, but... Other than that, no.
It's more for Dark Horse that I'm thinking this. Like, does he make a sound or rapid movement, sharp movement that would arouse Dark Horse?
I guess he would drop to his knees and, clench his fist real hard.
Mm. So yeah, that's Dark Horse. You hear the thump of a human, pretty heavy built human too, just slam onto his knees upon the wooden floor.
Shit. I'm up. Oh, Lord. I'll go over to Joran, pick him up. All right, buddy. Okay. We'll get you to the healers. Come on.
Yeah, we're gonna have to hurry, and
I think we're leaving now. We're going to
yeah,
get you healed up and go.
that sounds good. And
So you gather your equipment.
Yeah, I'm going to pack up. I'm going to leave Joran on the bed. And when I can, I'm going to put his arm around my shoulder, take him to the healers.
So you lift him up. You take him over to the blessed tree. As you do so, it is still dark. It's just now hitting sunrise.
Everyone's up though, right?
Huh?
Oh no, never mind.
As you take Jorn over to the blessed tree, you go to the healing ward that you found before, and you see Alisal checking up on the wounded. There's fewer wounded here than there were, but it seems some managed to walk away. And upon seeing you carrying Jorn in, she immediately walks over to you. It's like, it happened again, didn't it?
Yes, it did. I need you to fix him so we can leave. Also, I'm going to need potions. I don't know if this is going to happen regularly, but we're not going to be around a healer the whole way.
Yeah, let me heal him first. And with that, she does cast a spell upon him, resting her hands upon him, emitting a faint green hue with her hands.
She's a good healer too.
If she rolled good.
Hmm.
Yes. Oh my God, Olisal.
Mm-hmm.
You have 14 points of healing returned to you.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm still waking up.
It's fine. Jordan, drink this. I'll give him my last potion.
So that's 2d4 plus 4. And she does go to a small desk that is within the healing ward. Upon getting to the
3 plus 4.
Yeah, like that's pretty much how she was rolling with a d8. She rolled a 2 and a 1 and a 2 and a 1 for 2 spells. It's like, why? But she pulls open one of the drawers, and you hear the clinking of glass, and she sets out 2 rather large vials filled with a red liquid that you're quite familiar with. It's quite a size bigger than the one that you just handed Jorn, Dark Horse. She carries these over to you. We had hoped to bid farewell to all of you at the same time, but, well, Eldar and I worked on these while you were here, and we wish to show our gratitude, and we are very thankful for your help, and very sorry for the suffering that you must go through.
Well, I assure you the suffering won't be lasting too much longer. We'd love to stay and be parted with everyone, but we're not going to the same destination at first.
I see.
Do you have a horse?
That is a good question.
We
That might
do not
actually
tame any animals.
Wow. I'm sorry. I don't mean to judge. Wow, you Wow, you live in trees. Okay,
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes. They
Precisely.
move through. Exactly. Why would they have horses?
And our
They live
leaf
in trees.
stalkers move much more quietly through the branches than they would on hoofs.
I don't mean to be upset. I'm dealing with a lot. Is there any way that you all could help us expedite our journey? Do you have any way to travel? I know that you don't often.
She takes a moment actually thinking, maybe I know something. She
Ooh.
thinks,
Who is that?
Ooh.
Hey.
Hey.
Made Ed Helen walk all the way to Valenfort, but okay. Wouldn't you think?
This is funny.
she does. There is one spell I sometimes do for the leaf stalkers, especially during these last 2 weeks.
Yes.
And Julie, this will be very tiring. And she rests a hand on both of you, and she casts Long Strider.
Nice.
This technically gives you another 10 feet of movement, and for the next hour.
Okay, so we book
Let's
it.
make haste.
Yes.
Also, for each of you, Jorn and Dark Horse, add a potion of greater healing.
Sweet.
All right.
Nice.
All right, so
I think I'll just take both of those, actually, in case his cursed self is like, nope, gonna kill him. Gonna throw him at something.
well, does Jorn let him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
He's putting a lot of trust in Dark Horse right now.
Yes, he is. All right. So with that, you begin setting off. It'll take some time, even with this sensation that you're much lighter on your feet. Your lungs fill with more air. You just feel more blood coursing through your muscles. You feel like a perfect day for a run. And you begin setting off. Naturally, you take your time across the various bridges as you try to get to the southern watch post. Meanwhile, Ed, Helen, Aachen, what are you two doing? When do you...
Well,
Well-
and Helen's gonna try to talk to the elders.
Yes. Actually, just as they leave, Alyssal takes her leave as well to walk across the bridge. And she comes to your door, Ed Helen, or what she assumes is your door. She knocks gently upon it.
Yes.
She speaks through the door. The elders are awaiting you, myself included, of course, at the home tree.
Oh yes, I'll be right out.
All right.
And I kind of go quickly too because I know Aachen wants to go, and I want to catch him.
Mhm.
Kind of.
Yes. So as you're setting out, Olisal is not too far ahead. She's leading the way to the home tree, the communal platform.
Mhm.
She's basically leading you back to that room that you had spoken of with her when you were telling her of what you found in the temple. In this small room made for private conversation and solitude amongst the village. You see the three elders, Olisal, Altair, and Broven. They're standing towards the back of the room, with Olisal at the center, Altair to the left, and Broven to her right. Aachen, are you following along with?
No, he's going to head down the trees and sort of wait at the edge of the village.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh. So Aachen, considering your haste in leaving, you actually get to see Dark Horse and Jorn setting off on foot. You do see that they're moving a bit quicker than they usually do.
Choo choo.
Full movement speed.
We,
Often as I can.
Ed Helen, we come back to you, and Aistal looks to you expectantly. Oh, I thought that your group might have been with you, but all right.
no, I spoke to them. I spoke to them last night about this, and I wanted to inform all of you. Our guardian has gotten weaker, and because of this, I am a bit scared of the safety of our village. As he goes weaker, you might all predict that the forest and its protection might grow weaker as well. I will do my best to complete my tasks and training ahead as quickly as possible, because when I return, if I return, he spoke of possibly having me as the next guardian.
The elders look amongst each other, muttering, "This is first a blight, now the guardian is weak. But perhaps he'll be replaced with one that is far more merciful."
Yes. But we'll worry about that when the time comes. For right now, we should... I cast a spell, growing spell on the crops. Hopefully they'll retain their fertility, and just be very careful for however long it takes until I return. You've all kept the village safe, and I know you will in the future.
Yes, we will. And Barovin steps forward. We'll certainly keep we've kept a keen watch since the blight, but we'll keep an eye out for any changes in the woods that might be linked to Aquiline's weakness.
Yes. Don't tell anyone, though.
Of course not.
Yes.
We don't want to frighten the people more than they already are.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. I must go now.
Of course. As you begin wandering off, Elisal comes forward with a small pouch, like a courier bag.
Mm-hmm.
She hands it to you. We had hoped to make a bit of more of a ceremony out of this, but well, I wish to say you've done the village proud, Edhelen, and you give us hope for brighter days to come. And I know Eldar would have said that you've always been a strong woman, Edhelen, and you can only grow stronger. Be safe for him and myself. And she sets the pouch, the courier bag over your shoulder, gives you an embrace.
Okay.
What's your passive perception?
It is 16.
So she hugs you, she squeezes you tight, and she releases you with a weak smile on her lips. Do what you must, child, and come back to us safe.
I will. And she hugs her like tighter, and then, trying to hold back tears, she nods and takes the courier bag and thanks them all. And I wanted to see the dad. Did she get to see the dad before he was gone?
He was seemingly gone when you woke. Yeah, because you did when I forgot. For some reason, I thought you were over at the tavern. My fault. But thinking back on it, having woken up, you would not have seen him in bed. He seemed to
Oh.
wake up before you had.
Okay. Okay,
yeah.
I'm just gonna go to the house really quickly. She's like running because she knows.
While that's happening, does anybody mind if I use the bathroom?
Actually, we can take this moment right now if people need to make a restroom break.
That sounds
Okay.
awesome. Thank you.
All right. So yeah, you can take your time, Erica, and give some thought as to what you're going to do next.
Mhm.
Phew.
Yes.
You figured it out.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Alright, I'll be right back. Yeah, I know.
Don't you worry, Jory. You got a sorcerer on your side.
Yay.
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 He's not looking good. That's all I know.
Oh man, I know that sucks. What an asshole!
Hmm?
Yeah.
Said, what an asshole!
Who dat?
Aquilin.
Oh yeah.
I think they're referring to damage that he just did.
Oh yeah, that guy.
All right, so is everybody back?
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
All right.
From the sound of it, yes.
All right. So, Erica, go ahead and say your bit.
She's gonna look back in the room, see he's not there. She bought like a light blue turquoise cloak or like a shawl thing. She's gonna fold it on his desk. She's gonna take one of his papers and a note, and on the note it'll say, "Keep your eye on the horizon. I'll be home as soon as I can." And she's gonna, and the heart, and then she's gonna leave, and she's gonna go meet Akin and Orestos. She's kind of teared up.
Yeah. Aristos kept close to you, Ed Helen.
Oh.
He understands that Akin is a very solitary creature. So, in doing so,
Did he leave with a maiden in his room or no?
no.
Oh
not that
my.
night. Not that night.
Okay.
Akin, what's your passive perception?
Passive perception is 12.
So, Akin.
Yes.
Interesting, my note.
Hello?
Yes. Akin, while you're sitting at the foot of the watch post tree,
Mhm.
you don't hear the form slipping up behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
You hear a voice at your ear. Female. Strong. Firm. What is your intent with Ed Helen?
Okay.
And you feel a hand grasp your shoulder to keep you from turning.
Just to ask real quickly, is this speaking in common?
It is speaking in common.
Okay.
It's thick wood elven accent as well.
So he's just gonna Instinctively, Aachen sort of tries to swat the hand off his shoulder and turn to face the voice that he just heard.
The hand grows just holds firm. And what was your passive perception again?
12.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Yeah, okay. So she asks again, what is your intent with Ed Helen?
He hisses right back at her.
Aachen has no intent for that one.
I see how you look and how you spoke to her last night.
Very.
Should you ever treat her less than what she is, a strong-willed guardian of Grathgar, I will hunt you. You will die.
Oh,
Even if I must go through Aquilin myself.
oh,
Redirect your anger, lady.
And it is with that she slips back, and it's at that moment you feel pressure at your spine release as if something was pressed against your back.
oh. Shoot.
Aachen can't wait to be away from these fucking elves.
Ah!
And that's when you see Ed Landison, the satyr.
All right. Are we all set to go?
Yes, the sooner the better.
Good Lord, please.
Yes.
Alright.
Horse form? Horse form. She
Yeah.
horse form? And then she just goes war horse form.
Way to ask.
And now, Aachen, you have a whole saddle to yourself.
Yeah.
And
Dude,
Orestos offers a hand in helping.
All right. Yeah, Aachen will take the hand and climb up.
Yeah, just like pinching the small hand of the kobold, he lifts him up with one arm and just daintily places the kobold onto the saddle.
Mhm.
All right, and let's see.
The group split up. It reminds me of a song that I have to show you all. I'll put in the link. It's basically
Never
like
split
don't
the
split
party.
up the group. Yeah.
And so the fellowship is broken.
Don't split the
Well-
party.
Yeah, I've actually seen
Temporarily fractured.
All right,
Never-
so to you, Jorn and Dark Horse,
Sweet.
you're the first to come to the plains of Ralavan. You're facing east as you go through the gap in the mountain reaches. You see far to the north, to your left, to be precise, off in the distance, the towering fortress of Valenfort. It's quite small, the distance. Typically, it would have taken a day and a half to reach, but the warhorse form of Edhelin and her fervor home swiftly managed to cut the trip considerably. And not far before you, cutting through the plains, is the highway that stretches out from Valenfort down to the south. I would like you all to make a perception check, please.
Oh.
Are you who are you asking on that?
To you, Jorn, and Dark Horse.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Oh, just them. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
Just
no,
getting
nice
good.
and rolled.
Splits.
Awesome
Oh no.
rolls.
Never split the party.
17.
Alright, that's. Sorry, 2 seconds. I got 22.
22. All right. So as you all begin walking through the tall grass, it's not as tall as the plains before Lonely Mountain, and it's a different shade. These grasses are green as opposed to the almost wheat-like coloration of the plains extending out before Lonely Mountain. You both hear movement coming from the left. And the moment you turn your head, you see a canine form, lunging towards you. It's about as size as a large dog, and it snarls at you with not one head but two, as it lunges towards the closest member of the, which is Jorn. But Jorn, having been able to spot him, what's your AC? 16?
Yes.
16. You're able to just step away as both of these heads just snap at you. And this creature growls fiercely at you. At this moment, I would like you to make a initiative roll.
No.
Oh, I rolled 17.
Yay!
I
This is
haven't.
just
I,
for
I
those
haven't.
two, right?
I haven't rolled
Yes,
yet.
just for those two.
Okay.
But so far I've had like really good rolls. I had like a 19 before that, and then I had a 17. Let's see what happens when I do an initiative roll. Oh, a 16. That's not bad. That'll be a 15.
So 15, 15 for you.
Yes.
And Dark Horse, what's your
17.
initiative? 17. So Dark Horse, you lead us off.
All right.
Oh, and Jorn, you're right up next. It is directly in front of Jorn. So Jorn is between you and him currently.
As far as who decides.
It's Dark Horse right now.
Okay.
It's him,
so
then you, and then the creature.
I'd like to move myself in front of Joran and this creature.
Can't quite occupy that space since it's directly in front of him, but
Okay.
you'd have to shove Jorn in order to do so.
That's an action.
Yes, that's an action.
Well, I can certainly take its attention away. I'll use Witch Bolt.
All right, so you move around, cast Witch Bolt, do spell attack.
Oh, natural 20.
Ouch. All right, so yeah, so roll your damage, double the dice.
Sweet. That's 2d12. 8 and 9.
Well, no, not the dice. You roll the 1d12. Wait. One moment. Are you casting it at level 1?
Yes.
Okay, then it's 1d12.
Mhm.
You roll the d12 and you double that die.
Okay, well, I rolled an 8 first, so it's 16.
16. And yeah, do you get a... No, you don't. That's a warlock. So 16 damage. All right. And you've got this current already just sparking out from your hand. And considering your close proximity, the witch bolt, the bolts, the currents of lightning are just lashing out and just licking at the canine's form, which is just howling in pain. This comes up to you, Jorn.
I'm sorry. I wanted to use my bonus action to see if I could convince Jordan to get behind me.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Feel free. How would you say that?
Well, I would say, Jordan, we don't have much healing. We don't want you hurt.
Yeah, and with that, we come to Jorn.
All right. Well, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith.
All right. I do believe that is a bonus action.
It is.
Yes. So you get +2 to your AC.
Yes, that is correct. All right, so I do that, and
so you bring out this scripture that you have taken in your time, in your meditations. During your meditations, you take this holy scripture out, and from it just turns into this almost golden energy that then bursts into sparks and seeps into your armor, as if reinforcing it.
Well, that's my bonus action. For my action, can I just take out my shield and javelin and just be like, I'm well protected, and I don't think I can make an action after that, since I'm gonna be moving both my shield and my
Yeah, that's pretty
Javelin.
much it.
I figured so.
Yeah, so but that bumped your AC up to
20.
20. Yeah,
Badass.
very nice. So now we come to the canine who's howling. It shifts its attention from Jorn to the
Damn
one
it.
harming it directly, and begins attacking Dark Horse.
All right.
That the first one is a 16 to hit. What's your AC?
My AC is 16.
So it hits.
I'll cast shield.
Um, you cast shield. Okay, so you manage to block the next attack. Yeah, the first head just breaks its nose as it's trying to connect with the Dark Horse, only to hit this force field of arcane energy. The second strike, however, is the 22.
Ouch.
Oh, well. You can do anything about that.
No. I'm going to ask you to make a Constitution save.
Oh, God. Kyle is throwing out the harder monster.
Well, I got a 12.
You got a 12.
Yes.
You just beat it.
Ooh.
You feel this. You feel as the teeth sink into your calf. You see that from its mouth is saliva just dripping off, and doesn't look very sanitary.
Oh,
you
good.
Just
Oh,
feel
good.
this. You feel this shiver just of disgust go up your spine. But you manage to pull your leg out, and before the infection can set in, you manage to save yourself. You do, however, take 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay, I can deal with 4. 4 is not that bad.
We come back to you, Dark Horse.
I am going to sustain Witch Bolts.
All right, so D12 again.
Hold on, I'm trying to get my mechanical pencil to go.
You don't have to mark off a spell slot for this.
I'm trying to get my HP marked.
Oh, okay. Just reminding you. Didn't want you to expend a spell slot needlessly.
That's all good. I will continue Witch Bolt.
Yes. All right. So just roll another D12.
That's the wrong guy. 7.
7. All right. It is still just howling in pain, snarling viciously at you both.
I don't like you either.
Yeah. We do now come to Jorn.
All right, I will take my javelin and thrust it at him then.
All right. So roll for attack.
All right.
That beautiful electrical javelin.
All right, that'll be 21 to hit.
Oh God. Yeah, that hits.
All right. And that is 1d6.
Did they attune to their stuff yet? How long does attuning usually take? Sorry. Well,
It's 6 damage.
That is 6 damage. All right. So 7. Attuning. I'll get to that if you can remind me that after this fight.
okay.
I think
Sorry.
I think the only one that needed to attune was Dark Horse's cloak, which she has attuned to.
Mm.
So, but attuning is different, I believe. But now we do come to the wolf, the canine once more. It just goes back and forth. It goes back to you, Jorn, after you stabbed it into its side with the javelin, just grazing it. Yeah, that's not going to hit. That is 17 to hit. You just you managed to deflect the first bite by smacking it in the face with your shield.
Nice.
The second bite tries to land onto your thigh, but your armor glows a radiant gold the moment it sinks into there, and seems like the king, as if it's trying to bite through plate, but it just can't make its way through, and it just pulls back, confused. We now come to Dark Horse.
I will continue Witch Bolt.
All right. Roll your d12.
Which bolts?
At this point, it's just like fur is being singed away, and like fissures of flesh are being exposed in its dark form.
Man, you think it would have run away by now.
And it's an interesting
It is.
canine. What'd you get for your d12?
10.
10. All right. So, with Jorn as your ward, as your charge, you simply focus on that goal to protect him, and you concentrate for one more pulsating blast with your witch bolt, and in so doing, you channel this single pulsar that travels along the current, and then in an explosion of electrical energy, you send the death dog just scattering into pieces
Nice.
in an explosion of
Sweet.
flesh of bone.
All right. I think I'm going to use my spell slots to restore my spell points to restore my level 1 spell slot.
All right.
2 of them.
All right, so you do that. Now the road is set up for you.
Sweet.
Um,
I'll grab Jordan and be like, "We can't wait. We gotta go."
All right. I will continue concentrating for up to 10 minutes. But I will. What?
luckily, nothing seems to go awry. You do see various packs of wolves prowling through the plains, but they seem to avoid you.
They saw that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start remembering to try and use intimidate more in battle.
How are you gonna intimidate a dog, though?
Really, really loud.
It happens. Like, he's a dragonborn. That actually might have a possibility.
Oh.
A human probably has less of a possibility, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's just me thinking out loud.
Yeah. It all depends on the situation, what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
And your roll.
Yes.
And your roll.
I'm proficient.
Let me turn this down a little. Okay, there we go. So you continue on. By the time that Ed Helen has reached the bottom of the watch post, it's been about 2 hours since then, and you've continued down south. You're now walking along the highway, which is this well-traveled road with indentations on either side of common wagon trails. You do see coming up towards you one wagon, and it's a 2-horse coach that's being escorted by 2 guards on horseback, and sitting on the back of it, another guard with the coach rider, this elderly man with this long wiry beard, though stout in physique, gives a wave to y'all as he rides on past you.
Oh.
And you continue on south.
This is a pleasant journey overall, whereas Joran and like Dark Horse are fighting this 2-headed monster thing.
Well, this is still them. This is still following their narration. I'm just saying, in time, where you were as they're making this progress, in comparison.
What a nice journey.
Yeah.
Butterflies are floating around.
Yeah, one lands on her horse nose.
So yeah, Akin and Arestos and Ed Helen make their way out. Long after Jorn and Dark Horse are quite a bit south. The long strider ability giving them some boosts, but after an hour it does wane, dissipate from them.
I'm sorry. I thought we were heading north.
We are.
Oh yes, you're heading north. You're heading to Valenfort.
Yeah.
They're heading south.
Yep.
Sorry, mixed up.
Okay.
First time dealing with 2 groups. All right, so you're heading north. Okay, that's much more doable. Fuck.
No, you're fine. That's the first time you said that. I mean, I knew which way we were going. So.
Yeah, so you're heading north, so you don't see the coach because it's coming from the south. My apologies. But you are 2 hours into your first day of traveling back towards Valenfort.
Gotcha.
Ed Helen and Akin, what you get to see is that very same. What you get to see is that very same coach that I mentioned before.
Oh.
Except this time, except for you, and not the multiverse Jorn and Dark Horse. What you see and hear is the hooping and hollering of gnoll folk as 3 gnolls riding on the back of these giant dire wolves is harrying this coach. 2 gnolls with longbows are launching arrows into the coach and trying to deal with the guards. 1 gnoll with sword and shield, just holding onto his direwolf just through pure lower body strength, is engaging a guard with spear. What do you do as you see this coach just rushing by?
They're chasing. They're still chasing after the coach.
Yes.
Okay,
And the coach is heading north towards Valenfort.
Shoot. Ed Helms.
Let me see if I can get horse format up here.
Ed Helen stops and looks back at Akin. Like, turns her horse head back at Orestes and Akin.
And Akin just sort of shrugs, like he doesn't really care.
Okay. The moment she sees that, she's. Are they at least 20 feet away from her? More than 20 feet away from her?
Oh, wait, they're definitely more than 20 feet. I'm trying to find your horse.
Trample in charge.
All right, so give me a moment and I'll get us to the map. This one I had a map for.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so that's not supposed to be. All right. So, yeah, Jorn's not there. Dark Horse is not there. Akin is though. Okay. All right. So bring y'all over here.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
I think I actually got some pretty good battle music for this one.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay, so. Oh, there are 2 horses. Which one's me?
You're the lower left if you have to go down.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
the lower corner.
Okay.
All right, so I'll say at this moment you roll
Initiative.
Initiative minus plus 4. I should have my dice.
Initiative 17 for Akin. I'll type it out.
18 for 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 for Eddie.
Not bad at all. All right. And then
Yeah. Oh, you can make that. Oh, show. Finally, some action. I did like the role-playing aspect a lot, but it's nice to get back into fighting.
Yeah, it's just pity that 2 of our group members are sitting out. But
I know.
It's gonna make this a tough battle.
yes, it will. Since I planned this for all of you guys. Okay, so give me some initiative checks again, please.
22.
Mine was
22 for Ed.
17 for Akin.
17 for Akin. All right, now I got a boatload of freaking initiatives to roll.
Yay!
Yay.
Or not yay, I don't know.
Poor Ori. Is the music all right in terms of volume?
Yes.
Okay.
I like the ominous drums.
That's what I'm trying to do. Mix up the ambience a little bit more. So Ooh. Alright, so now I'm doing placements. We are starting with Ed Helen.
Charge at this knoll with the guy on her. Or him. Trample charge.
Alright,
So,
so
trample charge. With the horse move.
So this is they're mounted. So which are you targeting? Are you
The horse.
targeting
Or the
horse?
mount. The mount.
The
I mean,
dire wolf.
The direwolf, yeah. He has to make a strength DC of 14 or be knocked prone. And I can attack it again if he's knocked prone. If not,
Yeah. Okay. So roll for attack.
which is
You're doing your D20 roll first.
D20 plus 2, I think, for the horsey.
A horse. Definitely need to just sit down one day and just write down all animal sheets.
I could. Okay. Plus, it's the strength plus.
Warhorse is it is plus 6 to hit.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It got a lot of strength.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21.
21 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And that is a strength check.
Oh, 14.
14. Rolls a 19 on a strength save.
Man.
So you do hit though, so do your damage.
Huff attack is 2d6 plus 4.
2d6 plus
2d6 plus 4. I got a 14.
2d6. Okay, 14. All right, damn. That's a good roll. 21. Music. Okay, so you immediately, Aachen, you're in for a ride. Yeah, we'll just put you there.
Fortunately, magic saddle.
Yeah, magic saddle. So you feel like you should have been knocked back by the just sudden charge of Ed Helen, but there's something just anchoring you to that saddle. But your upper body is surely flopping up and down. Your lower body,
just flailing about helplessly.
yeah, and then she just slams her hooves into the side of the warg that not warg, dire wolf that just snarls in her direction with the hooping and the laughter of the hyena, the knoll on its back. I'm not even going to try and do the laughter. I wish I could. We do now come to. Let me finish placements real quick. Oh, wait, no. One. All right, so we come to the warrior with the shield who's going to swerve over and attempt to swipe at the knoll, not the wolf, with his spear. He's equipped with a spear and a shield. Yeah, that's not going to happen. He just misses. Whoosh. Misses his jab and curses to himself. We now come to the very knoll that you just attacked the mount of. It snarls at Helen's horse, at Helen herself. But upon seeing the small figure on its back, its maw uplifts into a broad, toothy grin, and draws its short sword in order to slash at Aachen. That will be a
AC 15.
AC 15. He got a 17 to hit. Wait, let me double check. Actually, yep, 16. I was reading the one. 16 to hit. That will be 6. That is 4 points of piercing damage, as it just manages to graze your arm. Not drawing blood, but certainly doing a bit of damage. We now come to the simple spear-wielding guard up to the left, who is still engaging the sword and shield, and simply jabs at the mount with a spear. Wow, he rolled the same as the last guard. All right, he like it's hard rushing along at the same time and trying to attack. He just can't manage to land a blow. Now come to. We now come to Aachen.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna attack the one who attacked me. Is he within range for me to get sneak attack, or not sneak attack, but like the party tactics or whatever?
Pack tactics. You have a
Yes.
companion right on you,
Yep.
right between your legs. So
Would that
Hey.
count for the sneak attack too, or not?
I'll say since she's a sentient creature that's actually harrying him, yeah, she's
Okay.
attacking him. So yeah.
So I want to stab him back in the face.
All right.
With
And
my
if you
face.
see-
Revenge!
yeah.
Fucking screaming with vengeance.
Wait, how are you gonna stab him when you're on me? Are you gonna
Well,
jump down and stab him?
No, they're both like you're at this point. You're both side to side,
Ah, okay.
and like the Knoll managed to strike at Aachen, so he's within range of Aachen striking him as well.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess that's a 20, not a nat 20.
Oh, that definitely hits. Roll damage. Unless you want to roll your second attack too.
I do want to do both, but I'll go ahead and do my damage.
All right. That is with the sneak attack bonus.
So that's what, 4d6s at this point?
Yep. Because you got 3d6 sneak attack bonus now.
Yay! All right.
Yep, that was the upgrade.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 plus 4 piercing, 19.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Yes.
That was
Yeah.
just with your first attack?
Yeah. With the 4 dice, yes. I got a 6, a 5, a 3, and a 1.
Aachen, you're very quick. As he's pulling his arm back as if in an overhead chop, you take advantage of the weak point in his underarm and just stab through his rib cage, puncturing through his lungs and into his heart. And
Damn.
you see that big broad smile suddenly turn into an expression of pain as it just holds still and then falls away from you, drawing off of your sword and just collapsing onto the ground, left behind on the road, just rolling onto it as you continue charging on.
And Aachen just sort of, in drawing his sword back towards himself, just hisses at the dead Knoll like,
Ah!
Dang.
Yeah, so, but there's still a wolf to contend with.
I'll draw up my crossbow and shoot it in the forehead.
Yes. Roll for attack.
Attack is 19 plus
Yeah, that hits.
19, so plus 6. So yeah, 15,
25.
25. And that's just 1d6. Oh, and a 6.
No, nice. So
So-
6 plus.
Plus 4 is 10.
Okay.
Just
So, yeah.
shooting this wolf right in the back of the head.
Yeah, and it just barely misses the head, but slams into its neck instead, and it just snarls viciously towards you both as it's still chasing the coach. We now come to the coach rider, who takes a rather large crossbow and presents his. He's strong enough in build that he can carry this thing that most men would require 2 hands for. He holds with 1, and manages to level it at one at the knoll to the right, and makes an attack. That is going to. Oh, where are you?
That coach is very heavily guarded for some reason.
Just hits, and that is going to be a 1d10. That is 9 points of damage. Ouch. Crossbow bolt just slams into the shoulder of the gnoll, who snarls in pain but continues its laughter as it harries the guard, and it is his turn, who is actually going to return the favor and attempt to attack the coach rider. Okay. Huh. As it attempts to notch its arrow, his dire wolf just is forced to jump over some rock on the side of the road. And as he does so, in some freak accident, he accidentally manages to stab himself in the eye with his own arm. Howls in pain as it's clutching the side of its face now with the arrow sticking out of it. It's still alive. He suffers an additional 6 points of damage. It's screeching and hollering, but it drops longbow and draws short sword with its bonus action. Poor guy. We come to. Okay, so he is going to attempt to attack his guard. Shit. That will be a 14 to hit. The guard manages to no, wait. Yeah, the guard manages to deflect the blow with his shield. And now we come to the archer at the back of the cargo. He looks at the dire wolf that Alkin had taken a shot at, seeing that it's weak. He tries to finish the job. That will be a 10 to hit, misses. The arrow just slams into the highway as the coach continues on. Meanwhile, Orestos is just fighting to keep up. Manages like 5, 10. Yeah. Hold on. He can't quite make it. He just tries. He uses his turn just to keep up. Can't really close the distance without exposing himself. We now come to Ed Helen.
Oh, I'm going to. Who's far enough away from me? This one's still alive, right?
Yes. Oh yeah, I need to mark him off.
Orestos is fighting this guy, right?
We're trying to.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and try to finish this one off with
Alright.
with
So
a
roll for attack.
+6. No, plus 4. 14.
No, it's +6.
Oh, plus 6.
Yeah, it's +4 when you hit.
Okay. 16.
16. Wolf. Yep, that hits. Roll damage.
2d6 plus 4. 10.
10.
2 and a 4. And plus 4. 2. Yeah.
Yep. Is looking rough at this point. Is breathing heavily at this point. It has an arrow sticking out of it, and it just looks beaten and battered by these hooves as this war horse is riding up alongside it, and just like spins. You just in mid gait, you get up on your legs and just like kick out to the side just a little bit. Just slam into its. You're just beating its ribs, and you could hear bones break after your last strike.
Hell yeah. Akin's still on me, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's whether he wants to or not, he's stuck. Okay, so now we come to the warrior with the shield, who's going to attempt to finish off the arrow in the eye, Noel.
Idiot.
The idiot, no.
Yeah. Very idiot, Noel. That is actually going to hit. So now it is going to be D6. He's the first guard to hit. Yay. And that is... manages to graze the knoll, but it's still screeching in pain. We now come to the nearly dead wolf, who actually turns upon Ed Helen and attempts to bite at you, Ed Helen.
I'd like to see it try. Wait, does it get in a disadvantage because I have the saddle on me?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah. I love this saddle.
You're lucky. Very lucky.
Oh,
what's your
God.
AC as Warhorse?
A warhorse? 11.
It still beats it, but it rolled a natural 20 on
Oh, shit.
but it rolled a 12 on the second.
Okay.
So, make a DC saving throw.
Well, just a regular 20.
No, DC strength saving throw. I'm sorry.
Oh, strength.
So roll D20 plus 4.
D20 plus 1. Got it.
Because you have plus 4 strength as a horse. You also suffer.
Oh. Oh no. Oh, Haken, I'm so sorry. 1.
1?
Yes.
Okay, so in addition to 12 points suffered to you, it manages to. It's a fight or flight at this moment for this dire wolf as it just lunges onto you, and as it sinks its teeth into your neck, it uses its forepaws to shove you, and sends you just flopping onto the ground. Akin, you're stuck on the horse. You can't be forcefully dismounted. So you will suffer half of that damage. You will suffer 6 points of bludgeoning damage as Ed Helen just slams onto the ground.
Ouch. 6 points, you said?
Yes, of bludgeoning damage. Also, don't forget about your uncanny dodge.
I'm sorry, you just faded out. But I heard I kind of got what you said.
Yeah, don't forget about your new abilities and whatnot. Uncanny dodge. All right, so now we come to the spearman, who's going to attack. Who's going to attack at his null. Definitely hits. 6 damage. 24. Though this knoll that he's attacking seems it simply takes the blow in stride. We now come to you, Akin.
Is the wolf still alive?
Yes, the wolf is still alive, and it's still chasing after the cart. I'll say at this moment, you've fallen about so far back now. Since everything is still moving, they're still charging up. The coach is trying to escape the the raiding bandits.
And Ed Helen's fallen over, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then
But you can dismount easily.
yeah, I'm gonna dismount.
I won't even
And-
say it's half your. I won't even say it's half your movement because you're a pro. So
Is it possible for me to try to pounce on the wolf's back?
that'd be an interesting thought. Make an athletics check.
Athletics. I got a 10.
10.
Mm-hmm.
You attempted.
Should it be
Do
acrobatics
it.
instead?
Huh?
Should it be acrobatics instead?
No, athletics is specifically jumping.
Okay. Ah.
You attempt to just lunge at it, but it just slips out of your grasp just as you came upon it. You are still 10. You are now like right up in front of it, right behind it though.
I'm gonna. I guess what I'll do is, if I wasn't in range to grab it or jump onto it, I'll try to shoot it and keep following it.
Believe that.
Is it possible
it's-
for me to
it-
stab it?
No, because it's an action to make that jump that you made.
Well, I can still use my crossbow as a bonus action, right?
Only if you attack. You can do several other things. You can dash to try and keep up with the coach, or disengage, whichever. Because you are now within melee range of it, so trying to slip out of it. So you have some options available to you. But your crossbow also hasn't reloaded, so you'd have to use your bonus action to reload your crossbow anyways.
I'll just stay put then.
Yeah. Because since that's the downside of that crossbow expert is that you strike and attack with your crossbow, you have to reload it your next turn. All right. It was a neat idea, but the roll just didn't come through. We now come to the coach driver, who can't see it. He tries to finish off the arrow in the eye knoll. That is a 13. Just hits. Finishes it off. With howling laughter, the coach driver just loads his crossbow once more. And oh shit, I forgot about heavy crossbows. They need an entire action to reload, so he spends his turn reloading. Damn it, never mind. Sorry. I forgot. I put a special ruling for hand crossbow, and every other crossbow has its own different ruling with reloads. So he spends his turn just reloading the crossbow while trying to keep the coach focused on the highway.
Damn, it's multitasking.
Yeah.
Uber driver.
So now we come.
Can't handle crossbow while driving.
Yeah. So now we come to the arrow in the eye knoll, who just viciously tries to attack the guard that he's going up against. That is a 11 to hit. He doesn't make the strike. The other knoll attempts his strike. And definitely doesn't hit. Like, it's just been a trading of blows and misses at this point. The archer at the back tries once more to finish off the knoll at the front, and actually a dire wolf that Aachen is dealing with. That is 5 points of damage. And with one final arrow just sinking right between its eyes, it finally collapses onto the ground, dragging for rolling, and then coming to a standstill. So that's it for that one. We now come to Arestos, who charges on up. To the dire wolf that the gnoll is mounted on. In so doing so, using his bonus action, he also uses Great Weapon Master. So for Restos, that will be a -5 to hit, but he also gets +7 to hit. 15 -5. He misses sadly. But he is within engaging mode, and he's just chasing this dire wolf on his hooves, just roaring at it. You now come to Helen.
How far are they now?
At this
Oh my
point, going to move so down here. So down here.
Okay. So,
It'll take half your movement to get up from prone.
Oh yeah. So I have 60 feet of movement. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
enough to.
yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
Alright.
Fucking, let's go trample.
Yeah, trample. All right, roll for attack. Wait, no,
Trample.
that one's dead. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah. Back
So I
here.
was back here. So can't really do much. I guess I'll go over to Akin.
You pick him up.
Yeah, gonna go get on my back.
Mm.
And then I'll save my. I guess I'll save the rest.
I could
of
say
my-
you can save your action, your dash, for
My
when
dash.
Akin mounts you.
Mhm,
So-
mhm.
I'll say you can do that, so you can try and catch up with the rest. But at that point, I'll be basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that. So now we come to Shield Warrior. Just attack. Misses. Come to Spear Warrior. Hits. Does 3 points of damage. Is that even enough? Oh wait, we're on that. Yep. Now the gnoll with the arrow in his eye finally meets his demise as the the guard just shoves his spear into its other eye,
Dang.
and the gnoll's body just flops onto the ground, being left behind, leaving behind its dire wolf. We now come to Akin. You see Helen coming up to you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you climb on?
Yes.
All right, so half your movement. Not that you really need it. You can attempt to shoot somebody if you wish. What do you want to do here?
They're far away.
Can I let her, if she's going to use her dash, can I let her use her dash and then try to finish my move? Or
You can hold your action, but in holding, you can only hold your action, not your bonus action. So that means you'll only get one attack, which is basically what you'll get either way.
Are they too far away?
No, it's just that it's his turn. He'd have to hold his action for you to go first.
Well, then I'll just make two quick crossbow shots.
I think you can only make the one.
I can do that.
Crossbow expert requires you to make an attack with a melee weapon first. Yes, when you use the attack action. Oh, actually, the handbow is technically a one-handed weapon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. But you still need to reload the hand crossbow.
Fate. The feat says you ignore the loading quality of crossbows with which you're proficient also.
Oh?
Oh.
Oh, okay then. Oh, I didn't know that. All right, I'm learning. All right, so
So 2 shots. Let me see if it's even worth it if I'm close enough.
yeah, technically that works. The hand crossbow is a one-handed weapon.
Okay.
Attacks with your hand. If you hit with your first one.
Is this gnoll here, or is he actually on the wolf's back?
He's actually on the wolf. I just couldn't get the skin onto the actual wolf. So assume that the gnolls are actually on the wolf. Roll.
Can I assume then that I am within 30 feet? Or
Yes.
will I get disadvantage on the shot?
No, he's on top of this massive wolf. He's very open.
Okay, I want to shoot the knoll then.
All right.
The wolf seems less important.
Roll for attack.
13 plus initiative plus 4. 17.
13 plus your attack should be plus your dexterity and proficiency.
Oh yeah, I looked at initiative for some reason. So it's 13 plus my attack is plus 6. So that's 19.
It should be dex plus your proficiency. I think you're a +7 now.
You might be right about that.
Yeah, because your dexterity plus proficiency, which is now +3.
Okay, yeah. So
So,
plus 7, so that puts me at 20.
Yeah. So yeah, that definitely hits, and that means you get your second attack too.
One dice.
Mm.
I got a 2 for the first one, and
Actually, no. Orestos is harrying him, so no. Go for it. Sneak attack.
Oh, okay. So that first 2 plus 8, 11, so 13, 17 total.
17 total. Damn. Yeah, okay, so that's your first attack. Go for your second.
Second attack. For that one, I got a 16
16 to hit.
to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Huh? And for this one attack die.
Yes, one attack die.
I got 8 total for that.
Two of your bolts just fly across the air and manage to slam into the throat of the knoll as it's trying to attack Orestos, only for it to gurgle, clutch its throat, and fall off its direwolf.
Yeah.
Eat a date.
What does the wolf do without direction? Does it kind of just like
You'll find
fuck
out.
off? Okay. Can I move closer? Because since Akin is on.
Yes, we can. Since you were holding your action to dash, you can now. Since he's used up everything that he can right now.
How far is my dash?
It's your full movement.
Oh wow. I'll
You
make
just can't
my-
do anything else.
Yeah, I'll make my way over to this guy.
All right, so you charge after that wolf.
Yep.
Once more, Akin, you feel the saddle of the cavalier just anchor you to her back. We now come to the coach driver, who now has successfully reloaded his crossbow and takes a shot at the direwolf to his right. And since he's there, he actually gets 2 rolls of 14 to hit. Just hits. D10, 5 damage. 16. All right, now we come to this wolf's turn, who, after seeing its rider drop off, actually attempts to turn and retreat, only to see its escape cut off by the horse, and attacks Ed Helen.
I'd like to see him try.
He will.
Mhm.
That is a 15 to hit.
Wait, disadvantage.
Oh yeah, disadvantage. That is a 10 to hit.
Nope.
It just snarls and snaps at you, but can't, for some reason, just can't get a hold of you.
It's been a bad day for me. I'm just off today.
Huh?
Not just inner commentary of the guy that missed.
Okay. The dire wolf that Orestos is now dealing with turns to
Turns to who?
Orestos.
Okay.
The other wolf attempts to snap at him. The coach is still pushing on now that the wolves are engaged. We now come to the archer at the back. Assume for the sake of this that the guards and whatnot have moved up here. Provoking an opportunity attack from the dire wolf. Both the dire wolves. That is a 13 to hit. misses. That one hits, however. Second guard takes 9 points of damage. And the guard attempts to make a strength saving throw. Fails it. One moment, please.
Oh,
Oh man.
The wolf manages to knock the rider off of his horse, slamming him onto his back and rendering him prone. But his horse just keeps on trucking without him, keeping with the coach. We now come to Restos, who this time attempts to just plain strike at. Wow. Okay, so that definitely hits. That's plus the rage bonus of 2. The strength is 7, so 9 points of damage. All right, now we come top of the list. Ed Helen.
Fuck
Actually,
this guy. I'm gonna
excellent.
attack him. Hoof attack. Hoof attack to the face.
All right, roll for attack.
Hoof attack plus 6. I actually have my dice. 14?
14 just hits.
Oh. And hoof attack is
2d6 plus 4.
yep 9.
9 damage.
Mhm. 9. 9.
That's 7 points of damage. It's beaten up just like the last wolf, like just cracking your hooves across its face. You're basically causing side of its face to just collapse in on itself with the power of your
Ooh.
hoof. Like,
Poor little guy.
it's still standing though, and it's snarling. He's not very little though. He's constituted as large, which
No, I
means
know.
he's big. He's technically bigger than Ed Helen.
I just simply mean poor wolf.
Yeah.
Poor dog.
Is that it for you, Ed Helen?
Yep.
All right, so now we come to the swordsman. Now is knocked off his horse. He's like,
Oh, righteous bastard. I'll get rid of you.
he tries to swipe at him. With the spear. He's full of bravado though,
What
because
a
he
brave
doesn't.
son of a bitch.
Look at that man go.
If he doesn't manage to strike though, the wolf just manages to nimbly doge the way.
Douche.
All right, so now we come to Aachen. Yeah, all gnolls are dealt with. Aachen?
Brandon?
sorry, I had my mic off. I think I'm going to try to do what I did before and dismount and then try to, if possible, dismount from Ed Helen onto the wolf, but if not, dismount and then hop on.
That is a possibility, sure. You'll just have to make another. This time I'll say it's an acrobatics check, however, since you're
Okay,
it's less about distance and more about maneuvering yourself onto an.
And it'll suck if you fail.
Okay. I got a 9.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity. Is that another 20? D20?
Yeah, another d20 plus your dexterity and proficiency. So plus 7.
15.
15. Okay, so you try to jump at it, but the wolf, seeing you come at it, just recoils out of the way. Luckily, you managed to drop into a combat roll, having jumped effectively like 9 feet into the air. You managed to drop down. Combat roll. You suffer no damage. Yeah, that's your action, sadly.
So I can't attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm done.
Yeah. Like, I know it's a cool idea. It's just the roll.
Yeah, the rolls are not being friendly.
No. Not when it's considering that. Your attack rolls are freaking superb, though.
So far.
Yeah, now we got the coach rider who spends his action reloading his weapon. We come to the first wolf, who's now facing down an Aachen and turns naturally to the smaller prey and attempts to attack him.
With disadvantage.
No, not with
Because-
disadvantage.
Wait, I thought the rider had this.
He's
I'm not
outside.
riding anymore.
He
Oh.
jumped first. It's disadvantage against you, Ed Helen, as a mount.
Okay.
The bonuses that the rider gets is that they cannot be dismounted forcefully.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So that is a 19 to hit, Aachen.
It hits.
Roll a strength saving throw.
Ooh, no.
But can I uncanny dodge?
Uncanny Doge. What does that do?
It's use as a reaction. Starting at 5th level, when an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the attack's damage against you.
You certainly can. It
But I
was
still have to-
it's 5 damage originally, so you have that down to 3.
Mm-hmm.
You do still have to make the strength saving throw, however.
Strength saving throw came out as. What's my strength modifier? -1, so 11.
11. You feel the force of the dire wolf just knock you down onto your back as it attempts to snatch at your cheek, causing its teeth to rake across your cheek, and it uses its chest to just bowl you over onto your back. We now come to the other wolf who attempts to attack Restos. Doesn't manage. Don't even need to tally that one up. We now come to the last archer. Attempts to help you off, loosing an arrow at the. Okay, the key word there is try, as an arrow just sails past the creature and disappears into the waving grass, tall grass. Now come to Restos, who's going to try and attack. It's definitely going to hit 25. It is 7. 14. His axe just bites into the side of the dire wolf that he's facing down, still standing. Just like its rider, this dire wolf that he's facing down is of the 3. We now come to Etelen.
I see. I'm gonna attack this thing trying to attack Aachen.
Yep. Go for it.
15.
15 to hit. That hits.
And
2d6 plus 4.
12.
Ow. Your
Right in the
protective
face.
Yeah, your protective instinct kicks in. You manage to slam it first with your chest, just as I had done with him, causing it to land onto its side, and you just continue to just like stamp onto it.
What?
And you basically stamp it dead into the ground.
Mm.
The sound of bone just crunching beneath every hoof.
Gross.
So that is very dead. Yeah, you still have movement.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna go on near Aachen.
Okay, you're going to stay near Aachen. All right.
Yeah,
So,
and I'll hold it. I'll hold my movement when he gets on.
all right. Well, yeah. Okay.
If he gets on. If he needs to. I don't know.
All right, so we do that. The cargo moves basically up and away. The horse abandoning his rider. We do come to the horse rider that was abandoned. He attempts to try and help finish off his wolf. It fails again. Just keeps stabbing at it with his spear, but the freaking thing won't stand still. We now come to Aachen again.
Aachen is going to race towards the other wolf as close as he can. So, and I'm just going to take 2 shots at it too. Try to finish it off.
Go for it.
So first one definitely misses. I'm not even going to tell you what it was. Second one.
Well, if it's a natural 1, I need to know.
It's not a nat 1. It was just
Okay.
really low.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, the second attack only comes through if you hit with the first.
right. So I guess I missed.
Yeah, you missed. Unless you can do something else with your bonus action. I don't know what you can. Normally that was reserved for reloading, but apparently you don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah, I'm done. Just don't worry about it.
Yep. All right, so now we come to he's basically out of the fight. The coach rider. Archer does try one last attempt to regain something of his dignity and fails with a 2. There's another arrow just flying out. He's the spray and pray kind of guy. He just looses all kinds of arrows and just hopes one of them will hit. Aristos does
He's moving and driving at the same time. He's attacking.
Well, no, yeah. Not him, it's the archer on the back.
Guy.
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah, there's an archer on the back that just, Aristos does manage to land his hit. That's 10 damage, 7, so 17. That's it. With a guttural roar, Aristos just jabs into the face with the butt of his axe before bringing it down and cleaving his head in 2. And that is it for that. Okay, so yeah, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to. I keep worrying for you guys too much. All right. And with that, the spearman just looks out towards the coach as it's just riding off to the north. He's like, "Oh, come on!"
Sorry, I was just going to say, Aachen just kind of continues towards the dead wolf, and he needs to blow off some steam. So I imagine this guy's probably going to be surprised by it as Aachen just whizzes by and drives his short sword down into the wolf and just starts stabbing at it and mutilating it.
Oh, God.
The
very angry kobold.
When is he not a very angry kobold?
Yeah, the guardsman does look, and the moment he sees, as you're doing this, your hood falls back, revealing your kobold nature. And his eyes wide, "Oh, shite, more bandits!" And
Racist.
he just immediately begins booking it, like chasing after, like, "Oh, shit!" Just freaking runs off into the distance.
Yeah.
Dark Horse stops running. He's like, "I said racism."
The coach is rushing up towards you both at this point. Though there's still quite some distance. It'll be another hour or so before the coach reaches them. But yeah, it's like you're left behind now with a bunch of dead gnolls and dire wolves around you. Like decorating the highway behind you.
I'm gonna. Can I see their pockets with my horse nose and teeth?
Make an investigation with a disadvantage.
What is that? Investigation.
Just imagine this horse just snuffling around.
Yeah. Yeah. So +1. And 2 of those. So 9.
9. Don't find much on them. All you do take note of is that each of the gnolls have from hanging from their loincloths is a red fabric.
Oh.
Like a red sash that's torn up, but it's hanging off the.
Okay.
Seems to be a symbol of their clan.
Okay.
I bring it over to Akin, see if he knows it, and just like drop it.
So Akin, still, instead of beating a dead horse, butchering a dead wolf,
Yeah.
kind of pauses for a minute when he sees you drop the thing, and he takes a look at it. And I guess I'll do an investigation check or whatever.
Yeah.
Alright. I got a 14 plus 4, so 8.
18.
Wait. Make that 19, I think.
Oh, yeah, because plus your proficiency modifier.
Yeah, I haven't updated this sheet, so sometimes it takes me a minute to remember everything.
Yeah. What you can identify about this is that your tribe usually kept a pretty close eye on bandit groups trying to pop up within the vicinity of the city that was your sire. These gnolls in specific never really poached onto your turf, but you are aware of them all the same, having heard from them warnings from the guards that they might come this far out. These is the symbol of the Bloodfang clan.
Okay.
A very prominent, large grouping of gnolls that popped up just outside the western coastal city of Petrie. That's about as much as you know. The clan is well. You also know that the clan is named Bloodfang after its leader, which resides just outside of the coastal city, within the thicket of hills and trees.
Then Akin probably won't perceive it as too much of a threat and won't really bother to express any details to anyone else aside from just saying,
Hey, watch out for more of them.
And Helen horse nods and
Waits for him to get on again.
and he climbs.
And he mounts. And with that, I do believe we will pause it for the evening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's 3 o'clock at this moment, and some of us have a morning shift.
And
Oh,
then,
shoot.